Welcome to the GRG podcast, the place for all your gaming news, plus hot topics of the week. Also remember to follow us on Twitter at KMega4.
I work in finance. God bless, no, this not by chance. Don't dab me, you're not my man. Don't at me, you're not my man. Mama said don't buy it if you cannot buy it twice. I cop by the tools and I don't pump fake with the price. Always on the grind, I put in work with all my might. I know that he got me, now by sight. Yeah. That's for sure though. Grinding from the grip, no shame, take a photo. Time to take a trip, we head north to the border. Say you feeling up, I'm my favorite type of hoarder. I got kids to feed, I got enemies, I got guys give, so they envy me. Got some friends out in Memphis like I'm Aubrey. Got some friends fought for orange like some autumn leaves. Yeah. I vanish, I slide outlandish, V12 engine, all black like Batman. All black like Batman. All black like Batman. All black like Batman. All black like
What's happening, everybody? The GRG podcast is live. Thank you so much. Yes, you can hear me. Now, I'm going to make sure that these suckers can hear us. We can make sure that these suckers can hear us. All right. Can y'all hear y'all, though? Yeah. No. All right. Yeah. Y'all hear y'all, though? Yeah. Can we? Yeah. So, no. Let me make sure. Go ahead and talk now, guys.
Hello?
There we go. Yeah, we go. We got it. The GRG podcast is live, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah! Listen.
Yo.
He can't wearing the suit right now like he had church.
Hey, man, what I wanted to do was let people see this tech in action for a few seconds. You know what I'm saying? Lay Lulong. Can't make us Lay Lulong. That's who he is.
Lydia, for the win.
Oh, disrespectful. Anyway, what's going on, everybody?
I thought it was Fair Lulong.
It's Lay Lulong.
I thought it was the F. Okay, my bad.
You're young and tender. It's okay. You know what I'm saying?
That's your
Watch some show probably on Netflix.
What's going on, everybody? Man, we got a packed house, as you can see, man. Let's go ahead and get to everybody. But first, let's get to our guest, man. I felt so bad last week because my main man hit me up. I can't. Listen.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to go into full detail. I'm just not going to go into full detail about it. But what I am going to say is that I felt bad, and I wanted to make sure to make it right and get my boy on the show this week. Yoby! DragonHeartYoby in the house. What's up with you, brother? What's happening?
What's going on? It's Mr. Peace, Love, Life, and Self, ready to represent. I am an official member of the Retro Renegades podcast, and I'm just here to say what's up to y'all, and have a good time tonight. So let's get it.
No doubt. Excellent. What's up? Thank you guys so much for coming through and stopping by. Please go share this out. Let everybody know that the GRG podcast is live. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to get into tonight. Even though it might seem a little light, but I think some of the discussions that we will be breaking down is going to be insane because there's a lot more deeper stuff underneath some of these topics. Even one of the topics I can't stand. I don't like talking about numbers, but I think that there's something deeper within that topic itself that we'll be bringing up here a little bit later. But other than that, let's get to the rest of the panel. Hey, D, the lady of the hour. What's happening with you? What's going on?
Hi, everybody. Not much.
I mean, we need some more energy than that. We can't do that.
Wow.
Let's rewind that. Let's do that all over again. All right. Okay, so let's give her a second. All right, swallow a little bit, relax. All right, now, get the Brooklyn in you. So okay, let's all right.
Oh yeah, you don't do that.
Hey,
You cut
the lady of the hour, D. What's happening with you, lady?
Oh, nothing.
Wow.
Nothing much. Just out here. It's like been a trying week, but I'm glad to be here.
Oh, no doubt. She's gonna try a week. I mean, you gave everything you had on that. I can tell. So we'll let that slide. We'll let that slide.
Give me a pass this week.
I want you to
Red Bull.
Oh man. Anyway, moving on down the row, we got our main man, 108 Dragons. He was absent last week, but he is here to give us some of that Brooklyn style. What's happening with you, brother?
What's good? I'm back. Ratchetness is back in the building. Let's go.
Oh,
get ready for these topics. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it.
Man, see, you know what I'm saying? I knew he was a man of the night, but I didn't know he was just going to come out and just say he was a ratchet, a chicken head. But that's all right. Good deal.
Wow, chicken head. Wow.
That was a good song.
It was a great song. Anyway, all right, moving on down the line. Hey, man, the other half of Living Single. What was it?
Split screen.
Bro, every time I want to say Living Single. I want to say Living Single every time.
What is it?
I mean, that show, single. Oh, in this kind of world, I'm glad I got my girl. Listen. Anyway, the Living Split Screen
podcast every Saturday at 9 a.m. Get it right.
Get it right. You know what I'm saying? Live,
time. Let's go.
Raw and uncut. My main man, Still Rain. What's happening with you, brother?
What's poppin'? It is I am he, the one and only Still Rain. Look, man, we back in the GRG kingdom. I just enjoy y'all being here within the rain. Look, man, the family together, the brothers together, the sisters is here. Look, man, we had a 5 week again. Gaming just keeps hitting y'all upside the head, and we here to feed y'all that energy to get y'all's weekend right. Let's go.
No doubt. We moving on down the line. Hey, man, this man just let out a picture this week of man. I swear, this brother is the Hey, this brother right here is the lost Levert. So I guarantee you, there's still some Leverts who's still alive. So we need to get PK and the rest of the Levert team to make a new album because I've been missing that. Baby, I'm ready to give you all of my love. Come on, PK. What's going on with you, baby? What's going on, bro?
Hey, man, welcome for the most electrifying channel on all entertainment. It's your boy, PK, a.k.a. Mr. Excellence of Execution. I'm here and I got my team ready, and I'm ready to get it popping. Let's get these topics rolling.
Man, I swear to God, anybody that's under 25 right now is probably saying these are some boomers on this podcast. But anyway, let's move on, man. Six Slayer, the man, the myth, the legend. What's happening with you,
Wait
brother?
a minute. Did you actually say his name right?
I did. AKA Slick.
Get the hell out of here.
Six Slayer, AKA Slick.
Thank you.
Wow, man, it's hard to follow action like that. But bro, I'm back in the building. Another week is done. Yesterday I got that, one injection of that Pfizer.
Pause. Okay. All right.
Now,
good.
some hot games has been out this week, and I got a classic in that R-Type Final 2. Ooh, been waiting
Facts.
on that one for a long time. But you PlayStation fans have something to cheer for too. You got that Returnal. Sweet Returnal. There's a lot of drama associated with the game, but very little about the game itself, which I think is unfortunate. But we'll talk about that and many other things tonight. So let's do that.
No. Won't you just tell them all the topics? Go ahead.
Nice. And then also last but definitely not least, the man with the Satan rings. The man that is out here working out. He's over here sweating because he knows the summer's coming. He is the king of anime, the king of the Satan rings, the king of Sega Yakuza games, and the king
of legends.
I don't have nothing else to say, but there's Bloody Knuckles in the house. What's going on with you, brother?
Oh, hi, yo, Mina. You already know what it is. Bloody Knuckles, a.k.a. the Gothic Gamer, your resident anime king, but more importantly, the Mad Dragon of Xbox here to rock. You already know that we got the energy popping off tonight. So, you know, we got plenty to talk about. So why are we wasting time and not just hop right into where we need to start? Let's go.
Man, excellent. Let's get to it. All right, so the very first topic, let's get to it right now. Talking about the game that you're seeing, one of the games that you're seeing right now, and that is Second Extinction. And then we'll talk about Returnal. So again, there's only, how many people has played Returnal? Let me ask the panel. How many?
Crickets.
It's me.
Okay, what?
Put away dragon.
It's only
on a
11 tonight.
PS5.
Hey man,
Yeah, so
brother. If we gonna talk about Returnal, we need to hear that Brooklyn hype.
We can't talk
who
about it if we ain't played it.
Focusing.
I was focusing on something in my house.
Okay, that's fine. But who has played Returnal?
Brooklyn.
All right. So my boy, so we got somebody who plays. So everybody else, who else has watched the gameplay? I watched Addicts. I watched an hour and a half of gameplay last night on Addicts podcast.
Me too. There's plenty of gameplay. We got plenty to talk about.
Yeah, we got plenty to talk about. But first, who's played Second Extinction? So I guess who else?
Definitely, I have.
Okay,
sure.
so all right, so let's start that first. Second Extinction. Let's just kind of make this an open discussion. What do you guys think about it? Doesn't matter who goes first, but
mine was fun.
I would expect. Well, I would hope that you guys would be gentlemen and let the lady go first. But regardless, I mean, you know what I'm saying. But
don't just say anyone can go first and then get mad at someone going
first. I did that on purpose to set y'all up. But regardless, anyway.
Sure you did. Hey, thanks for the hookup there, Bloody. But
what do you think?
Well, the only thing I really had to say is the game is mindless fun. You just shoot dinosaurs all day. I mean, shit. Hey, that's fun enough for me.
Okay, all right. D, what do you think?
See, to me, Second Extinction. To me, Second Extinction feels like Dino Crisis lacking the horror element and just be an open world co-op shooter. That's what it is. Mutant dinosaurs, big guns. It's literally Left 4 Dead meets Dino Crisis. That's what it is. Just take out the horror element, and you still have that mindless co-op fun that you would expect. That's it.
All right. Anybody else?
Goddamn gamers like to rock.
I was about to say. I thought it was like to rock.
Yeah. That's definitely one of the references.
Like inspiration for Left 4 Dead to rock.
Is that a good
Fun
thing?
game. Don't play it by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm along those same lines. I'm with Lemon. I feel like it's more of that Left 4 Dead to rock kind of feel. If you can remember that from back in the day, you know what I'm saying? I do feel what Bloody's saying too. I mean, it just has those examples of all the dino type shooter games that we remember from back in the days, and it has all the excellent elements of that. I think what makes this game unique is how aggressive the enemies are, especially when we coming from games like Outriders, where it's seemingly becoming a thing where developers are like, hey, let's make sure that the enemies are hyper aggressive, smart, intelligent, and that's what you get in Second Extinction. You get a flood of enemies at all times. You can never really predict where they're coming from. It's about moving, being tactical, and it's like Lemon was saying, you gotta be teamwork is a heavy thing in there. From what I have noticed, I hopped in there with Pawn Soul, man, and we played for like a couple hours, and we had a bomb time. I think we only died once one time each, and but it wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? We Yeah, I died. I dropped back in. He ended up dying before I could get back, and I came in. We was able to finish off the dinosaurs before he ended up actually passing out. So it seems like a good time. You grinding out for your gear. You getting the upgrade points. I know that's one thing that may throw some people off in the beginning, because I didn't even notice it in the beginning, because it's not like the game explains it to you. But again, I didn't play the tutorial. But when I play games like that, it's just kind of like, let me just hop into the game. I can pretty much figure it out. But so maybe the tutorial would help also. But I didn't know that you had to actually buy the upgrade points to then slot them into your whether it's your weapon or the different abilities that you have, whatever the case might be. So I feel like the game has a lot of potential for a game that's in preview, that's on Game Pass. It has unlimited potential, and I think as long as people support it, there's a large crowd ready for that Left 4 Dead vibe that's really missing. And I don't know if y'all were really into that scene. I know I wasn't, but I know I had plenty of friends, and I knew plenty of people that when Left 4 Dead 2 was like at its height, and even after it fell off, they were heavily invested in that, and it was because of the action, because of how the zombies and the horde works in those games. So it has a lot of potential, man. I'm excited at any point to jump back in it if anybody wanted to get into it. So it's the fact that it's on Game Pass, man. A game like that's you could just jump into, have some fun with, get in and out, and just have a good time with your people, man. You know what I mean?
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, man, Kid Smooth in the building. Thank you so much, sir. He said, sup, everybody. He says 50 more games getting that FPS boost. What y'all looking forward to? Yeah, I did see that. I don't know how many of those games they were, because I've been busy all day. My homeboy came over at like 9 o'clock in the morning to want to play Tekken 7. I'm like, bro. And then my son comes over and wants to play me in some Tekken Tag before the show. So I'm like, damn, y'all got me busy. But I did see that, though, while I was scrolling through looking at some stuff, just seeing if there was any extra news to talk about. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Is there what other games did they add to the FPS boost?
I don't know if they put out a list, but I am hoping for them to bring some of the Arkham games back. I think Batman Arkham Knight is the only Batman that I really was able to play. So if they were able to give him that, bring that game back, and bring the other ones back, the first, I think it's the other two actually, because there's a collection of 3, right, in total, right, for the Batman series. If they can bring that back,
really 4.
Was it really 4?
Because of Origins.
Okay. So facts. So even that one I hadn't had a chance to touch. So it's like after playing Arkham Knight, I really have that feel, but I don't want to go back to an older style game unless it's going to be a 60 FPS type with a res boost or 120, whatever the case might be. I think those games will get some rejuvenation. You know what I'm saying?
But just to piggyback on that there, Rain, they did release the Arkham collection, which has all 3, and it was on sale actually for like $7 for all 3. Right, it was amazing. But the issue is none of the games ever got a 1X patch, let alone a series patch.
Is it even available on PC? I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, it is. I played the first two on PC, and I have Arkham Knight. But the thing I wanted to say
might be what I need to do.
Arkham Knight, I never ever was able to play in 60 frames. So even on Xbox, so I never played that one. If this was to happen, I agree with you, Rain. That would be a big pickup. I'd love to play that game finally at 60 frames. That's what held me back.
And I agree. I mean, not just 60 frames. Like, I legit would like them to actually do a proper optimization of the game. Because, like I said, it was one of the only games that did not get a 1X patch. Like, I mean, Ninja Gaiden got a 1X patch. Like, come on, man. Like, before we can, that's gonna come with it. Like a proper, 1X patch, so we can see their higher textures, the graphic fidelity, everything, not just frame rate. I mean, the game looks gorgeous, and it's not even optimized. I mean, think about what it would look if it was gorgeous, right? I mean, optimized.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, the game looks fantastic as is. So, so now that boosts it up to 70 games that will have a boost, and that is amazing. How many games on PlayStation's got a boost?
There's not that
Messy.
many.
I'm just asking. I didn't
Messy.
know. I did not. I just. How is that? See, you know what's no. Hold on. You know what's nasty.
Guys. Hold up.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. All the PlayStation 5's games get a boost,
No,
right?
I know he's
No.
not wrong.
Think about this. They get a boost, right?
Right.
It's just a boost in price.
Oh, see that right there. See, now I was asking for people who wants to know who owns a PlayStation 5, and
I'm
now
telling you, it's 10.
Okay, 10. So 10. That's all I wanted to know. And see, people already
it's not
assume.
really a boost. They went in and redid the game.
Oh, come on, man. What are y'all doing, man? I'm just asking for the PlayStation.
If you're talking about frame rate boost, it's 10 to 120.
But they,
Okay, 120.
You mean, 120.
Yeah.
I mean, how many 120 games do they have, or how many games did they boost to 120? There is no game they boosted to 120.
Or even to 60. How many games did they boost to 60? Even?
All right, it's not really a boost. They went in and redid and uncapped the game to be pushing 60.
exactly.
They did a couple of their first party titles like that, but it's not a boost like the system is doing a boost. The Xbox is doing a boost. When you go in and redo the game over to take it, to push it to 60, it's different. They designed their own games, God of War, Last of Us, Days Gone.
All the ones in our PlayStation collection, basically, I think.
Right. They did, but it's not the system doing. It's different. It's not the same as what Xbox doing.
It's like they made a PS5 version of the game to take advantage of the hardware.
No, just to take advantage of the frame rate with the power. Right. It's the same game, right? And they got the games unlocked to go to 60. That's what they did. But they had to go in there and do it. Frame rate boost is something different.
Yeah, it's because the
Something
system
done on the API level. It's a system thing. So it's different. So you can't really word it like how many games they have boosted. What you can ask is how many games they really got running at 120 frames.
Okay.
That's a question.
Okay, so how many did they have? Okay, so about 10?
It's 10.
I don't know the number, but it's
10.
I'm
You
just
can go
remember
count.
reading a number. I can't remember the numbers,
10.
and I don't mean this as shade.
really low. It's not shade. It's just what it is. But
They
Oh,
listed it.
no. But the thing I'm gonna say is that the Series S is 4 games away from having twice as many as the PS5. That was the thing I remember. I couldn't remember the numbers, but it's nearly twice as many. So if the Xbox has maybe 40 or something, and you're saying 10, but the Xbox has more than that, I would think.
They're going to have 70 now, right? Yeah.
Oh, FPS boost? Yeah. Then that's a whole different thing.
Right.
That's a whole different level.
And when they do the FPS boost, that also means the auto HDR, correct?
no,
Well,
not
that's
game.
separate.
not
Okay,
necessarily.
that's
Not
okay.
every-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all the games that are going to have that already, basically.
Either or, like like with Halo and Killer Instinct, they only got 8 auto HDR.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good deal.
And Smooth says there's 12 PlayStation 5s, 45 Xbox.
Yeah, Series S has
34.
34,
Okay,
nearly
this is
12.
smooth.
But
Correction.
twice as many,
120.
right?
Okay. All
But
right.
still, even then.
Oh, so 2 games away now. Wow.
Okay.
But
Well,
yeah,
look, man. I mean that's still a good look for the old PlayStation. Will add more. We know that. So I mean, but
It's
it looks
mostly
like
because they don't currently have a 1440 mode.
They not adding no third party games. They most of their games that ain't made for next gen, like Devil May Cry 5. They only did their own games. They not doing what Xbox doing. The Xbox is doing other companies' games and their own.
right. Yeah, it's just totally crazy.
That's why I said it's you can't really say like, you know what I'm saying? Because Sony said, okay, our first party games, we got them running at 60, which is a great thing. They ain't touching nobody else's game though. They're not doing what Microsoft doing. They're just not.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's impressive. Thank you, Kids Move, for the super chat, brother, man. Really good little small topic to just break down right fast. But okay, let's go back to what we were talking about with Second Extinction and Returnal. So anybody else wanted to add about Second Extinction? How much did they like it? Or did anybody dislike the game?
I got some problems with the game.
Okay, go ahead.
When you go to the fog areas, it's like you walking in front of you, it's crystal clear, and then all of a sudden the fog pops in.
That is true. Yeah,
Well,
I guess
the fog is because of how dangerous.
No. But I ain't talking about it being there. I'm talking about the transition between
okay.
having a clean screen and then it just there all of a sudden. You're like, what the hell?
Oh, yeah, it's not a smooth transition. I got what you're saying. Right.
Yeah, it's like a wall. Instantly, once you cross over, it's boom, it's in your face.
They'll probably patch it,
It's all or nothing.
that's my only problem. I kept saying, does anybody else see this or is this me? Because I was like, wow, you go out, it just goes away. There's no fade in, there's no light.
Yeah.
Right. If they had a fade in, yeah, that would fix everything.
Right, but they don't.
Well, again, we do know that this game is still in preview. This is not the final version. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's really not bad if that's the only issue that you have so far with the game.
That's the only issue I saw.
All right. Anybody else have any issues with the game?
No, I'm sure that's
Okay.
man.
I've had a couple of drops myself.
Okay.
Not as bad as Outriders, but I've had a couple of drops. Was playing with just some randoms, and then also was playing with Don, and I had my first drop that day, and it was only like for 3-4 times, but still inconvenience because there was one time it dropped right before we got done. We were right there at the station to get picked up, and I just got dropped. Now I don't know because I was playing with randoms at that time. I don't know if I helped them and then the person that was there kicked me out. Now that could have been the thing, but I don't know. I don't know how that plays out, and I don't know if you can keep your stuff because I didn't see any enhancements once I logged back into the game. But I got kicked out there, and that was an inconvenience. Other than that, I just enjoy these type of games. I mean, it's not something that you take seriously. It's just a game that you just play and enjoy. It's not something that has to be compelling, has a deep, rich story. It just reminds me so much of Left 4 Dead, and I love Left 4 Dead. That's one of my favorite games. And just a co-op shooter. I dig all of that. And of course, with the dinosaurs, the more I've seen like 2 new variances of dinosaurs when I got into the really green mist area, and it looked like a crazy looking bug-eyed raptor, and then there was another creature that was there. It was purple. So and so again, that just lets me know that they're going to add more to the game. They also, this is like the 4th season, so the Latino character is also he's part of this he's a new character, so that gives me hope as well that the game is going to keep progressing. Something that a lot of people have a lot of questions with Outriders. So again, I think that this game it's all about content. If they can keep bringing the content, I think this game could be fine. I don't know. Do anybody disagree with anything I got to say about that?
No, I think
Preview game preview, man. I don't know why anybody's tripping. Just give feedback and let them. I mean, Grounded is freaking fun as crap, but
it is.
Look at where it was and look where it's at now. I mean, I don't know if you guys play it, but
yeah, I haven't played it lately. Yeah, no, I haven't played it in a little bit.
I know I put 800 hours into that game, and I'm telling you now that
my wife probably up there with you. She probably easily got 1,000 hours.
Wow.
That game is addicting.
I'm gonna have to jump back in with you and your crew, PK, so I could because when we jumped in and played that last time, that was when it
first came out.
Yeah.
Right now, I got a skywalk that goes all the way around the daggone backyard.
Oh yeah, no, I got to definitely.
And PK brings up a good point with all that is that you look at that, right? Is the fact of that's only been a couple months since it went into game preview, and they've already added new biomes, new enemies, new entire areas and stuff like that. Same thing's gonna happen with Second Extinction, right? It just launched. Yes, it's been probably on PC or whatever for a while now, but it's just hitting consoles for the first time. Just give it time and see where it's at here, and then maybe in 6 months from now, it's going to be completely different with a ton of new content. That's what these preview programs are for. It's to help build out a game, and you have a chance to help be a part of it. That's what it is.
No doubt. I totally agree with that. All right, okay, so let's get to Returnal. All right, so there was only one person that played Returnal hands-on, so let's go to Lemon on this. What is your thoughts about the game? First, give us the good, because I'm hearing a lot of good about it. What do you think about it so far for what you played?
The good is the shooting mechanics. It definitely looks next gen. The progression in it. It's just an awesome shooter, man. It's like Recall on steroids. You know what I'm saying? Housemarque is a very well-known developer for making Resogun and Ex Machina, and they took the frantic shooting from those 2 games, and it's action. The way the story is being portrayed out, you really got to look at those holograms and understand what's going on. There's really no bad to the game so far, besides it being like Dark Souls. You die, you go to the beginning and lose your stuff, and you gotta all the upgrades actually matter. You get these leeches that attach to your body that got these different abilities. They give you positives and negatives. And it looks damn good. And the shooting, and like I said, the action is crazy. So I don't see nothing wrong with the game. I don't see why people complain. And it's awesome to me. You know, if something ain't good, you know I'm quick to call it trash. So definitely not that. It's definitely a game. It's not a system seller, but it's something if you had a system, pick it up.
Facts.
That $76 bit me in my ass, but
yeah, that's the question that I was going to ask you was do you think that this game worth the $70?
Yes, it's a full game. It's not no partial game. It's not no, and they also have an $80 version too. I ain't buy that one, but it's a good game, man. It's a good game, and it's something refreshing for first party for them guys, and it's a good situation. I don't see no complaining about it.
All right, no doubt. Before I ask you what you disliked about the game, let me go ahead and read the super chat. It was thank you so much for it. Was it easy or was it Ismay Easy? I think I said that right. Ismay Easy. But he says Isma Easy. Thank you. Says since 2004, I've never owned another gaming device than PlayStation. But like King David said, Microsoft has transformed my phone into a portable device. He also says, thank you. He says, Microsoft made me a bigger gamer for cheaper. Microsoft convinced me with their vision of the future. Microsoft made me bought 2 Series X. There's a major shift going on in the industry and nobody is seeing it. Oh my goodness, bro.
He a spy. Get him up out of here.
Hey, man, bro. No, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. And then Verge Brizzle, he says, Mega, is it my OLED or does second extinction looks very dark? No, I think it's just dark. It's just dark because I'm playing it on my QLED and it's dark there as well. It's just some things that they're going to have to iron out, or you're going to have to what is it, the bright or the gamma that you have to.
Brightness.
Yeah, the brightness that you're going to have to change, have to alter. But other than that, no, I think it's just a dark game. They still have some things to iron out. Just like what Lemon was saying earlier, was that they needed to, do the transitions better between going into the fog or day and night cycles. Because I remember, while he bring that up, there was a part where I was over here about to blow up a cave. And it was nighttime, and then it just turned to day. There was no smooth transition at all.
Right.
So
you did that to me too.
Yeah. So I mean, it's in preview. I mean, if anybody's over here telling you that the game is garbage and it's trash and it has a lot of bugs and issues, the game is in preview. It says it in big ass bold letters, preview. So that's some things that people have to put in consideration. But thank you guys so much for the super chat, and we will get into that discussion. Easy here in a hot second, but I do want to hear what you have negative to say about, if you have anything negative to say about Returnal, Lemon.
Just that restarting from the beginning is like Demon Souls. If you really ain't into that, then you're gonna be crying. If you die, you go back to the beginning. So I mean, it's not a complaint. That's just like.
It's just a tough game.
I didn't know I was going to do that. So, yeah, it's a good game, man. It's really a good game.
All right, so this is something. Anybody else have anything that they want to interject about Returnal before I get into? Yeah, I think everybody else needs to, because I have something that I found out Saturday that I've even found out more information, and so I want to lay that down to you and see what you.
Are we talking about the game and the gameplay itself, or are we talking about?
Well, we're just talking about now. Since everybody else hasn't played the game, now we can just kind of give our thoughts of what we think about it, for what we've seen. So,
facts.
Yeah.
I just wanted to talk about the fact that instead of the community talking about the game, for its merits, a lot of people are just using it for console warming, and I'm seeing it from both sides, and it's just ridiculous. It's the same old, man. It's the internet. But, a lot of people, it's just the internet. No, but it affects what happens even to casuals, because they don't care about none of that. They just want to know if the game is good, if the system has game that they want to play, and if the game is worth, how many bucks. Now, if people want to discuss about that. Of course, this is one of these first games where people are really gonna have to question themselves if it's worth that price, and that goes for any game, but particularly this one is one of the first to have to answer that question, with its value. And instead of that being the discussion, I'm just seeing the constant console war from both sides, the whole Metacritic situation there on top of all of that. And you know how I feel about Metacritic, that site is worthless no matter how you look at it. It's nothing but poison in this industry. It doesn't do anything but to make the industry worse, I feel. And I've always said that. And this is a key example of that, where there's people, with fake reviews, giving it 100s or zeros, and now they decide played or even owned the game or even had cared anything about going there and posting that trash, other than to start console warring. And it's just stupid. Here's a game, one of the first games if I had a PS5, I'd be looking at this game, and I've been waiting, anticipating this game, because this is a game that looks real good. It looks, action. I didn't know it was like a Demon Souls type of game where you repeat over and over and over, roguelike.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what they call it, roguelike. Yeah.
But I hear even with the roguelike aspects of this game that you don't really keep anything. But it's different. I don't know exactly how to explain it because I'm not exactly familiar with it. Maybe let me break that down a little further or something. But
it's a roguelike style game. That's what it is. It's just
but do you keep abilities and stuff or what? Because I'm hearing you don't keep anything but money.
You lose everything.
Everything. No abilities are kept that you can upgrade yourself with, and nothing like that. Everything gone. Okay, that's what I thought I had heard. But
no, there are certain permanent upgrades at certain intervals.
Permanent ones,
but for the most part, it's realistically, people aren't realizing that it's roguelike, right? It's very much roguelike. Everything you get.
I was hidden from us until the very end.
That is really was, and it keeps being advertised as so.
Yeah, but people are not paying. Yeah, they've been saying it, but people aren't paying attention to that.
Right, I didn't know.
That it's procedurally generated. Every death is a different loop in a different run, just like if you were to play something like Binding of Isaac or any other game that's a roguelike like Hades or anything like that, is that you pick up weapons and upgrades within each run, but when you die, you get sent back and don't have anything, have to start over. However, it does have certain moments where you get permanent upgrades that persist. There is a certain currency that's permanent that persists. And there are certain moments that break up the long runs, but it's not short compared to most roguelites. Most roguelites are anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes. This can go on for an hour to 2 to 3 hours each run between quote unquote checkpoints. That's what people need to take.
And that could be a failed run, in fact.
Yes, you can still do 2 hours and still fail it and have to get sent back. Because the fact that
that's something you'd have to know going in. Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's all about the repetition. It's about being repetitious with the game to know how to go through what kind of creatures that you're going to see the further that you get along.
Well, that's the thing. That changes every time.
So it changes every time too.
Okay. Even if you know what creatures do what, it's going to change on when you'll see them, when they won't. The thing that you have to go into knowing is that these runs are going to be time consuming. You can be on a single run for an hour to 2 hours, and if anything happens, you screw up, you may get caught off guard, you're going to lose that entire time, and it's going to be a bit frustrating compared to most roguelites, which typically last 15 to 30 minutes, which are shorter.
You know what I realized?
Dark Souls, they're all frustrating. There's no reason to
complain about the thing about Dark Souls is everything. No. Dark Souls is not the same because it's not a roguelite. Yes, when you die, you lose your currency, your upgrades, but you don't lose your weapons or anything else like this. This is completely different. Well, making the comparison to Dark Souls is not the same.
I think maybe the purpose was. I think maybe the purpose was, really the upgrades isn't in your character or whatever, even though you do have these permanent upgrades you can get. It's really about yourself as the gamer, where you learn the patterns, the tactics to use in situations. Even though every run is different, you learn the craft and you master the game, and that's how you get proficient and better at it and be able to get through runs.
It is learning the patterns and learning to adapt, because this one, it's a lot fast paced. We made the comparison to ReCore. Yes, there's that aspect, but that's more based on Metroid Prime. If you really want to go back to it, it's more Metroid Prime.
I'd love to see a Metroid Prime like this without the roguelike aspect. That would be great.
up, right? It has that bullet hell aspect, but it's also fast paced because of how much of a lot of the 3D movement in it, right? So you have a lot of different elements that are working. You want fast shooting, it's very equivalent to Doom, if you really want to look at it that way. But the fact is, people need to understand that this is going to be a very unforgiving game, like a lot of roguelites can be, and a lot of harder games like Dark Souls, if you want to look at it in terms of difficulty. It is not going to be short in the aspect of, hey, this is something I could do real quick. No, it's going to take time investment to really make the progress that you want to make. And you need to understand, even if you put in enough time, you will be losing a lot of that progress on account of many different factors. And that's what people need to understand. If you don't feel that you can handle that, or that's not up your wheelhouse, this is not the game for you. But if you enjoy that, this can be something that will be enjoyable for you.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Okay,
that's a fact. Just to build off of Bloody real quick, because I feel like it's important. Because he was, explaining the difficulty and everything. I feel like that's one of the key points, man. Right? I began like we were saying, that's how it was advertised. And again, when you look back on past games, isn't that how games kind of were back in the day, where you had to learn how to play the game?
You had to learn the game. Yeah,
you were forced to get better at the game.
Yeah, the game didn't get easier because you played it for a long time and you found stuff.
And see, what's a problem for me, because what I'm seeing in the community, there's so much outroar about what the game is trying to do that they're now considering setting up save points. And not to say that that's a bad thing in the long. Yes. It's already becoming a thing where they're already the little talk in the streets. Oh, maybe we should start looking at creating save points. And again, that's not what the game is created for. But if you don't have enough players that are willing to jump into the game and they start finding out that the game is like that, exactly how Bloody was explaining it, because he explained it perfectly. Like for me, I would love that. I would enjoy that.
Yep.
But it's not enough for me to buy a PlayStation. It's not.
Right.
But if you do,
like
Lemon said, exactly. But like Lemon said, if you do, you have to know, if you do not like Dark Soul difficulty games where the map is going to randomly generate, and you're never going to be really able to predict what the enemies are going to do, what the world's going to do, and you don't want to take the time, you're not going to be willing to dedicate yourself to this.
No, I totally agree. D, what do you think about this? About what you've seen or heard about the game?
Well, so I am those people that you guys are warning. I learned many years ago that some games I want to play and some games I want to watch. And I learned that back when Cuphead came out, and I got my ass handed repeatedly. So I already knew from jump that I wouldn't be interested to play it, but I would be interested to see it. And, it's one of those things where it's just like, just because I don't want to play it doesn't mean I'm going to down it or insult it. I'm genuinely curious to see what it looks like. The trailer that I saw looked good for it. But it definitely looks like if you don't go in prepared, or if you don't get your mind right, you will get your ass handed to you. But like y'all said, that's kind of how games used to be. Metroid, Castlevania, that one Lion King game, like, get good.
Contra.
Right, like,
Contra was
I don't
the
have
worst.
to, I don't have a problem with that. I'm not too proud to say that I need that easy mode. I need,
30 lives code, up, down.
Right,
not for everybody. That's the point, though.
It's not, and that's okay. Like, I wish we would get to a point where it's just like, not everything is for everybody, and that's okay. And Returnal is one of those for me. Just like Resident Evil is. Like, I am actively like, yo, who's streaming it? Because I want to watch it. It looks cool. It looks like a lot is going on. A lot of stimuli on the screen. Like, you gotta really have your hand-eye coordination on 10. So
you gotta have your monster or your energy drink or your caffeine, your energy of choice on deck. Caffeinated.
All that.
Yeah.
Your Mountain Dew, everything. Like, you gotta you have to, like you said,
the whole shebang.
The whole shebang. You can't just drop in. This is not, no shade, but this is not dropping into like Uno on Xbox or something. Like, you got to get
we
your
need that
mind
Xbox
right.
fridge.
Right. It's like, you got to get your mind right. Just know you're not about to play it for 10 minutes before work. Like, it is I'm off tomorrow.
Investment.
This is the kind of game where you're gonna have to ensure that you got that insurance or on your controller. You're probably gonna be breaking it. You're gonna break it.
A product replacement plan, Shanti and stuff. But yeah, like, it looks cool. I'm not gonna buy a PS5 for it. It's not in my PS5 plan. But like you said, when some time has transpired, it's bundled, it's got a deep discount. Word of mouth is already good, but I might try it like later. But it looks pretty cool, and I'm kind of glad that they've gotten a game before Ratchet and Clank, like a full PS5 non-remake, non-PS4. Like, it's 1000% PS5, and I think that's really good for those who were able to get one.
Big fact.
Nice.
So
nice, excellent point.
And that's
I just want to say, I want to speak for myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
I hate Dark Souls with a passion,
Mm-hmm.
and it ain't got nothing to do with difficulty. I don't want nobody to tell me I don't play difficult games. Once the one person in any of these chats tell me that they can beat Streets of Rage on the Master without taking, let me tell you, on the hardest difficulty without continues.
Yeah, you nice, but what don't you like about it though? We get it, you nice, but what did you like about it?
Dark Souls? I don't want to get into Dark Souls right now. We was talking about Returnal.
There's also a difference.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Let him finish before y'all try to jump.
Let him finish. We got a large panel. We can't be going back and forth for 5 hours.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, come on.
So all I want to say is,
Hey, man,
Returnal.
Why you sound like you want to bang on breakfast? Relax, Brooklyn.
Hey.
All right.
So
All right,
when it comes to Returnal,
OKC.
I feel like
know, right?
Returnal is, if it's a solid game for those who like it, let it be a solid game. But it ain't got nothing to do with difficulty for me.
Mm-hmm.
I play difficult games. When you can play Metroid Prime and not die and get it done, that's how you do it. When you can play all these other games, I got hours and hours and hours on difficult games, but that has nothing to do with it. I just do not enjoy the way the game is made. I don't enjoy the combat. The story is. This is 2021. They don't even do co-op right. I don't like it. But that doesn't mean that the next man may not like it. Mm-hmm. So they can have their game, let them enjoy it. Who cares? We shouldn't even be caring about what they're doing. If they want to spend $70 on that, that's cool. But I stick with my PS4 until I found I can validate for myself if it's a good time to move up. And I honestly feel is when the PS5 Pro come out. That's when I feel like this is a good time to move up. But as of right now, not for me, not for PK.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Yobi, what is your thoughts about Returnal?
Don't have no thoughts. Next.
Whoa! All right. Okay.
Thank you.
My God. All right. But no. Living, you're absolutely right. Y'all know what I'm saying.
Sum it up what it is. The game's great. It's beautiful. It's good for anyone who has a PS5. You don't got a PS5, don't worry about it. They're good.
All right. So let me make this point though too. So before we get out of here,
I can go fast.
Let me make this point as well. Okay, so I was watching GWG Saturday, right? And so they posted it up there, the game, because Lemon, you did say that there was an $80 price tag for it.
Yeah, no, there's
a deluxe. There's a deluxe version.
There's a deluxe version for $80.
For $80. Now, there was something there that was really, really strange within that deluxe. And all you have to do, if you have a PlayStation 5 or a PlayStation 4, you can go, and I'm sure you can look at that game up, and you can see that it says that it has a soundtrack, some kind of booklet or something for the PlayStation 4. Now, that made me think, is this game capable of coming to the PlayStation 4 at a later date? And let me just go one-on-one. I mean, just take a turn. I'm gonna start with this. Huh? What, yeah. Let me go. Let me go to. Well, then let's go straight to you on this one, Slayer. Do you think that this game is, because they give this indication that this game could not be played on the PlayStation 4, but they got a deluxe version that people can get if they pay $80 for a game that's not going to come out on the PlayStation 4, but enticing people to buy something for a booklet or for some music or something. Does that sound a little weird to you? Do you think this game could be capable of going to the PlayStation 4 at a later date?
Well, as for being on PS4, from according to what Digital Foundry said, right? And it's not the be all end all, but from their pixel counting and whatnot, this internally is a 1080p game, and they're doing upscaling tricks and blah 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 and checkerboarding and whatnot. So if that base, the PS5 has to run it internally at 1080p, that doesn't bode well for the possibility of a PS4 version. They would have to drop resolution and all types of things to get it to even run smoothly. This game is known for being smooth and fast. So I don't think this is a game that could ever come to PS4 just off of that.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I gotta say.
All right. What do you think, Yobi? What do you think about this?
About what?
He wouldn't pay attention.
He already said he got no thoughts.
Well, okay, so let me skip Yobi on that one.
Oh, but Returnal?
Hey,
No.
let me just say, what
no
gameplay is this, and who is terrible at playing it?
It's my gameplay, and I'm doing all right. So you know what I'm saying? Listen, I will. You know what? I could dedicate the whole show next week on, because I still have your gameplay of when you first gave me that gameplay of Streets of Rage 4. Would you like me to do that?
Is that what you want to do?
I mean, okay. Anyway, I mean, look, listen. We're talking about trash gameplay. Anyway, okay. All right. Let's not go left. Yeah, I know. Let's not get messy.
What you, Stone King? 108 Dragons is with you, bro.
Yeah, I know. I want to read the super chats here in a second, but I want to get the panel's thoughts on this. So, let me go to you on this, Rain. Do you think that there's a possibility this game could come onto the PlayStation 4?
Kind of like what Sick was slaying. I mean, Sick was slaying. Kind of like what Sick was saying. Hey, he might be out here in the street slaying. I don't know. You tell me. Anyway, but like Sick was saying, man. If it's true that the game is being internally rendered at 1080p and 1080p is being upscaled to 4K, it doesn't give you evidence that it could run on the PS4. Because what, you're gonna run 600p on the system and then upscale to 1080? And they're already saying, based off of what Sick was using that reference from Digital Foundry, is that they were also already saying that they could tell some blurriness because of the upscaling. So that kind of demonstrates what would happen if they put it on the previous gen console. I don't think they would do it. Whether it can or not, I don't know, man. I'm not technically inclined enough to say, yeah, man, it will. But if we just kind of want to use common sense, use what we have within the streets and whatnot, I don't think so.
Okay, all right. Lemon, what about you? What do you think?
The game can run on a PS4.
Okay.
Okay.
And
when you have a game, I don't care what systems it's on. It's like you got 1,000 different graphic cards. You got high end, low end, medium range. The game can run on a PS4. Will they put it on a PS4? It's something else. But 100 million people might be right. They don't have that many PlayStations out there for this game to have a financial success. And when something's run internally, both of these systems have upscaler chips, even the S. The S play games at 1440p. You never see 1440p leave that box. It comes out at 4K upscale. That's your answer. Anything can be upscaled. 720p, 480p, 360p, don't matter. They can run this game at a lower resolution in the PS4, and display it or wherever the PS4 can display it at. It can be done.
See, but if it's built built on the PS5 hardware, it's on the PS5's on a different architecture than previous.
They said the same thing about Miles Morales.
So to be honest,
but that wasn't true. That was a lie. That's completely a lie. Returnal's a new game overall.
But this is what they said. I'm not saying they're lying. I'm telling you, they said Miles Morales could not be done on PS4. That's what Sony said. Okay,
now, that's
I'm not gonna do no Doogie Howser. I ain't gonna dissect nothing. Listen, I'm going from our man Mark Cerny. SSDs is gonna change the game.
We got the graphics.
We know they say things that just aren't true.
Mm-hmm.
They can run this game on a PlayStation 4. They can. Digital Foundry needs to stop with the nonsense. It's common sense. That's like saying you have in Battlefield, you got a 2060 card. Oh, you can't run Battlefield looking like this 4K 60 off this 3080. Facts, but it just will look worse on my 2060.
I mean, it's just like, all that you're bringing up, you're making up a great point. Well, let me make my last point when everybody else does this. That's a great point, Lemon. Okay, what about you, Bloody? What do you think? Could this game run on the PlayStation 4?
I think it can.
Okay.
There's graphically it can. Now they'll, like Lemon said, they're gonna have to tone down a lot of stuff. A lot of the particle effects will probably cause a lot of frame rate drops when it starts getting really hectic. If it's already suffering some frame rate drops on the PS5, but I think that it is possible if they bring it down and try to focus on a 30 frame.
But if it was designed off the SSD, I don't understand. If it was designed to use the SSD within the system, that's still the difference between the last gen and this new gen. It's the only difference is the SSD. If they design this game with the SSD in mind, last gen can't do it. You cannot buy an SSD to put it in.
Hold on.
Now, if they if they ported it to last gen, I can see what you're saying. You're talking about porting it.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. You want to see a prime example of something that doesn't? Hold on.
Because we're speculating.
You know what's a prime example of having something look fine and running decent that everybody complained about and wanted. Yes, it may run on it, but what you get out of it is something else.
They put The Witcher on Switch. Okay, they can put anything on PS4. Let's move on.
Okay, well, okay.
The reason if it's made for the SSD, all that is just it's going to be able to.
It's not made for a daggone hard drive, bro.
Exactly. But the hard drive does it just loads. It just loads things in faster.
It loads the.
For the record, I didn't say nothing about no SSD or none of that other stuff.
No. I didn't say.
We were having a
I didn't say that.
It's just a conversation. Yeah,
no, you're good. You're good.
But it can play on another. It just would load slower. Come on, man.
Right.
Recall is a beautiful game and ran on a Xbox Series S. I mean, Xbox
ran on the
One
OG
S.
Xbox. Let's be real. All right.
Come on.
That's the question that I have. I'll get ready to move on so I can read these super chats. But I do want to give this is why I asked this question is because there within that same day once I seen that and I said, "Whoa, that's weird." Hold on. Let me make this point. There was a report that came out saying that Godfall is looking like it's going to be headed to the PlayStation 4. And remember, they were saying that game couldn't be played.
Facts.
That game smelled of that. Yeah, it smelled of it.
But that's what I'm saying though. If it's the deluxe version is really weird to me. It shouldn't have anything about the PlayStation 4 involved in it.
If it has that, then yeah, it's coming, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. Right there in front of people can go to their PlayStation 5s, PlayStation 4s, and go look at the deluxe version, and you'll see right there. There's a PlayStation 4 booklet or music or something, but it's something that the PlayStation 4 is going to get if you buy the deluxe version. And to me, that makes no damn sense whatsoever. And I wonder how will the gaming community react to that if Sony gets bamboozled their ass by saying,
well, that's gonna be another alpha Sony because they lied about that the whole time.
Yeah, like next year that game is going to be. They decided to just drop that game on the PlayStation 4. Like I don't know. That's crazy. But anyway,
is Miles Morales on PlayStation 4?
Yes, I play it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
No. I know. That's why I just went to hear what you guys had to say.
It can be on the PS4. Move on.
Yes, sir. All right. So, okay, let me read these super chats. It says, Emmanuel A1. He says, I can't watch live, but you have a good show, GRG, and I have no problem saying that Returnal is trash. I like Dead Cells art, but hate the game loop. Okay, that's cool. Stone King X, thank you, sir, so much. He says on my Xbox, Series X and Xbox Series S, don't see the need to bash games that won't come on my platform of choice. Have fun and play games. Absolutely. I totally agree with that.
Big
And
facts.
Nice.
what is it? Mr. Easy. I'll just say easy. You know what I'm saying? When I get tongue tied on a word, on a name or something, I'm just gonna say one of the names. Easy. He says, let's be real. Returnal is a big mistake from Sony. There's 7.8 million PS5 owners. Since the last report, there's only 10 to 15% in the hands of scalpers, which is around 1 million. With a price tag of $70 makes no sense. Now, that part I do agree with. That to me is like and I understand that Sony wants to recoup every bit of the money that they're doing. That's why they went up and jumped the games up to $70. But because of the fact that if people, because those scalpers still have those has a lot of PlayStations. You would think that they would already be like, man, we'll just go ahead and get this game. We'll just put this game on PS4 maybe like 90 days after it drops on PlayStation 5, so they can recoup their money and they can still charge $70. But if they bring that game to PlayStation 4 within like later, let's say next year or something like that, they got to drop the price on it, and that game is going to be dropped dramatically by the time that we get to the end of the year. It just don't make any sense. So that's why I just asked that question, because it seemed real weird to me. And if Sony does that, I mean, like you said, that's a whole other can of worms. But let's get to the next topic. Good grief, man. Good grief. All right, so here we go. Another rumor going around, and it's coming from a lot of big insiders, leakers, journalists, that IO Interactive was working on a Xbox Dragon theme exclusive that will be like a third-party Diablo style AAA game. Let's go to our guest, Yobi. How exciting does that sound to you? And do you believe that this rumor could be true? And damn, just give us your thoughts about that.
Do I believe the rumor to be true?
Yes.
Honestly, I believe it to be true, because you gotta look at it like this. The ball is in Xbox and Microsoft's court. They've been having the momentum going since they dropped that bomb at the Game Awards announcing the Series X. A little mishaps, little steps here and there, but so far so good. They've been having the ball dropped. For anybody out there who's gonna say this, I already know. No, it is not going to be. You already know that the game that got canceled, the Dragon. It's not going to be that. Scalebound.
Oh,
Let it go. It's not going to be Scalebound.
I love Scalebound so much.
Yeah, no.
A game you never played. Yeah.
I know, a game I never played, but I loved it so much.
A game I was excited to play.
Right. Let's put it like that.
But yeah, the ball is in their court. So do I believe the rumors to be true? Yes, I do believe it to be true. Only time will tell.
Okay. All right. Yobi's quick and fierce. He does not play around. All right. So,
gotta be.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, PK? What is your thoughts about this, man? I mean, do you think that there's some since there's so many people that's in the know that a lot of people trust. I mean, you got Killer Brill, you got so many people that's bringing this game up out of nowhere. They had to get this news from somewhere where they felt like it was legit. How do you feel about this, man? What do you think?
So is the question, is there a rumor game to be made, or is the question?
No, that this game is in. Okay, they said basically the game was in development, and then everybody that the company that's I think it's WB that owns IO Entertainment. I could be wrong, but I think that WB was like, look, y'all got to get off of this game and work on Hitman 3 so this game could be out and be released. They were already working on the game. It's an exclusive to Xbox, and they're ready to go right back on the game. Right. And so now they're supposed to be jumping back on this game, and it's a game that's, something that Xbox is doing with dragons and stuff like that. So that's what the reports has been out there. So what do you think?
It's not to revive no old IP, whatever it is.
No. This is a brand new IP. This has got nothing to do with Scalebound.
I mean, there's lots of. I would say at the very least, there's going to be a whole lot of world premieres come this E3, so I wouldn't doubt it for sure. I think it is a fair, safe bet that there's definitely something cooking. and probably going to get revealed this June.
Would you be excited for it?
I mean, it's kind of hard to say without knowing. I would say I'm excited for a new game. Now, whether it be for me or not, I don't know, but I'll be excited to see what they come up with. I'm always excited to see new stuff, even if it's something I may not play or may play. I don't know, but I'm pretty excited for it. But I think it's an interesting thing. But to have like some sort of dungeon crawler, right? I'm speculating that's what the description was. Some sort of dungeon crawler, like, what's that other
Diablo.
game?
Diablo.
There you go.
Diablo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's the thing to me is like, I mean, it sounds cool, but I mean, Diablo is a really popular game, but I mean, would that be something that the Xbox fan base would gravitate to heavily?
Yeah. I think so.
I think anybody who likes those type of games will gravitate to it. I mean, that's kind of.
Dungeons.
I mean,
Yeah.
we have a lot of those kind of games coming out. Honestly, I mean, Dragon Quest has one coming. I mean, so it's there is a base there that likes those games. I mean, you might like it. You just gotta give it a shot.
Oh no, I like Diablo.
I have no idea.
I like Diablo.
Diablo 3 sold millions on Xbox.
Yeah.
So
okay.
So yeah, I think it's fair to say it's pretty accurate.
All right. What about you? Six Slayer. What do you think, brother?
Well, first let's examine what just happened there with PK. He didn't know nothing about this, and he was asked on the spot. We broke down this was a rumor. This is what the rumor was. And the first thought out of his mind was about Scalebound, because this has dragons involved in it, and it's just like, thank God it's a rumor, because this is just so early in development and whatnot. In fact, it was paused, so they could work on Hitman, and now they just jumping back into this. And with the Scalebound situation, I hope they learned the lesson not to put something out too early. But thankfully, this is a rumor. But based on the pedigree of the people who are claiming the rumor, and how that goes with these so-called insiders, but these are a group of people who have put accurate information in the past. So and a lot of them are saying it. So if you ask me where I sit on it, I think it's probably real, but it's not something we're going to see for a little while.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that. No, they said it was in development at that time, and then they had to work on another game. So yeah, it will be years down the line if they do bring this game up. But it's just, for me, it's because I like these type of games, and I know that I'm looking at people in the chat, and then people's like, oh yeah, I like Diablo type of games. But again, this is the thing that when you hear people talk about these games that maybe don't have an Xbox or whatever, they'll be quick to judge it and say that it's not going to be a AAA game. Just like they're saying like a game like I think, because I remember having this conversation with somebody else saying that Gears Tactics. I said that's a high quality game. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a AAA game. And I can't be. Look at that. Those graphics is top. As much as you can do in that game, it doesn't really matter. It's about the budget more than what the game looks like overall. But again, they're saying a AAA Diablo style game. So hey, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it myself personally. But let's keep it moving. All right. What about you, Still Rain? Would this be something that that'll be in your wheelhouse? Would you be hyped for this? Do you think this is true?
Yeah, man. I mean, again, unfortunately, like we keep going to the first thing on everybody's mind, like Sig brought up. I mean, Scalebound, the whole dragon theme thing. I feel like there hasn't been a game since like Panzer Dragoon that really focused on dragons themselves and maybe took it to the next level.
That was a classic too.
You have games like Skyrim that introduce dragons. You fight dragons, Elder Scrolls. You fight dragons and stuff and whatnot, and that's cool and all. But what if I was able to tame a dragon? Like that's what makes Scalebound cool. I mean, as much as like we don't need to bring that idea back, like it doesn't have to be that game, but if I could train a dragon, or like we saw with Crimson Desert, where he was riding a dragon through this Crimson Desert, the game is called Crimson Desert.
Well,
It
there
was
was
a
a game that
Crimson
was called
Shine.
No, he's talking about
Dragon. Was
Crimson.
made by the team that made Panzer Dragon.
No,
Okay, yeah,
no. He's talking
but
about he's talking about the game, the people who
Crimson
make
Desert.
Black Desert.
Yeah, the people who make Black Desert from Pearl
Yeah.
Abyss. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
Crimson Desert. If you
Yeah.
remember
Yep.
from that trailer that they showed, the dude, your character that they had you playing as was riding a dragon within that world.
Yeah,
I
I
think
can't wait
that
to
is
jump
so
on that
dope.
game.
Or
That's
even better, a more of a game that more people might know. Shadow of War. If y'all didn't know, you could teleport to
right.
your dragon.
You could. Yes, you
And
could.
rain terror down on your enemy with the I thought that was the dopest thing ever, brother.
Wasn't there an expansion though for Skyrim where you could summon and tame a
there
dragon?
could have been. I never got
I
too
think
deep
there
into. I
was.
never got deep into Skyrim, so I'm not too familiar with that. But there could have been. But that just gives you that example. There is so much that they could go that they could do with that. You know what I mean? Like there's so much imagination that could be put towards that, and there hasn't been a game other than a Star Fox kind of game to really put that into life. So yeah, man, I'd be excited for it. So
No doubt about it. No doubt. All right. Okay. What about you, 108?
I'm definitely all in, man. I play games like that all the time, so it'd be awesome to get that genre exclusively for Microsoft. And let me clean this up. Gears Tactics look better than most people first party games.
Talk about it.
Stop. We gotta stop.
Talk about it.
We gotta stop.
Yeah, I had this long discussion. Like it's not a triple A, and then because I was bringing up that, and I was bringing up
Who don't even know what
Wasteland 3.
AAA means?
Yeah,
Just
right.
like they don't know what RDNA 2 means.
Right.
They don't know what it means. They just say it.
It's a
Stop.
wrap. It's a wrap. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So let's go to the lady of the group. What about you, D? What would you think about a game like this with dragons? Diablo style, big budget. Maybe coming out in the next 3, 4, 5 years, whatever. Well, I don't think it would be that far out. Maybe about 3 or 4 years. What do you think? Would you be excited about that?
I'm not saying I'd be excited about it, but I wouldn't down it either.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I might dabble in it, see what it's about, watch other people go into their streams to see what's going on, but I wouldn't be anticipating it or like really be looking forward to it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's something that can satisfy the fans of that genre on Xbox or, wherever it lands, however it lands, that's good too. At this point, as far as it being true or not, I don't know what's true anymore. I just sit back with the popcorn because you never know. I feel like every week, every day, there's just new news and speculation and rumors or just bombs being dropped about stuff. So you never know if it's going to come to fruition or not. But for the sake of the fans of that genre, I hope it does.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So let's just move on. Get to this topic. I don't even like talking about this. I don't even know why this is brought up. But no, not that topic. No, the next topic that we're going to talk about, which is the financial earnings for PlayStation and for Xbox. I'm gonna let PK and I'm gonna let Slayer get into it. I don't care. The only thing that I care about within it is what Sony was bringing up about that they were going to invest 138 million into their games, which that's something that will be breaking.
Don't break the bank. Don't break the bank.
Right, like that. I mean, trust me, that's a lot of bread, but. For us, but when you're talking about making games, that doesn't sound too sweet. But I'm going to go straight to you on this one, Slayer. Y'all guys wanted to talk about this. If anybody else want to kind of skip on this too, that's fine. But
I didn't really want to talk about it. I just thought
you
it was a big thing. No, I did. Slow down. Let me. Jesus.
No, get to your point.
Yeah.
Yo. Right.
Let's talk about it.
Let's get this out of here. Let's get this over with.
All right, let's stop talking about it. Yo, I just thought, Microsoft and Sony, put out those financial earnings. And I thought it was, a good topic to discuss. I never said anything further than that. I mean, if you don't want to talk about it, let's not talk about it.
Well,
no, I mean, talk about it tomorrow.
I don't know. Do anybody want to talk about the finances between Sony?
I want to talk about it.
Okay, well, go ahead. Let's talk about it.
I'm just going to talk about from the Xbox side. Xbox posted clearly 50% earnings for Xbox division and Microsoft as a company, and I want people to understand.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of people don't understand this. Microsoft Xbox division is the lowest revenue generating for the company. That's just the facts. So when they post in big numbers, just think about, you say, oh my God, look how much money they made. It's still not even making a dent to what Microsoft is making in whole. Just all I want to say.
Okay. All right.
A lot of people think like Xbox is, holding down Microsoft when that's not the case, even though they're making a ton of money.
Yeah, it's the other way around. Yeah.
It's the other way around.
Okay, so all right, so
the other biggest thing.
At least they're earning their keep.
Yeah, go ahead, Bloody.
Well, I'm gonna kind of just jump in with what Lemon put about the Microsoft numbers. Is that all in all, these numbers show that Xbox absolutely has become a powerhouse, and it continues to make money, even if they, in the eyes of certain fans or zealots or whatever you want to be, right? It doesn't matter. You can say that they're not selling anything. No, they're selling. They're just not going to tell you what they need to or what you guys want to hear. But no, they're doing it. Their hardware division alone in one quarter was up 232%, which is based around the hype and excitement that the Series console launch did. Now, note, that's just one quarter and 3 months this year compared to the same 3-month period last year. Because remember, last year they were basically at the end of the generation, not focusing on selling the Xbox One, the One X, or any of that. Yes, they were getting the leftover residuals from all their holiday sales, but they were focusing the energy and excitement towards the new console launch. And that showed what they did between November, December time at the end of Q2 and now what they did in Q3. Their services, what they've done with Game Pass has completely been growing, and you're seeing that continued growth. And again, you look at a year ago, they were at 10 million subs at the start of 2020. Now, a year later, they've doubled that at 22 million. They have absolutely doubled down on everything and are bringing in money and numbers that people just can't comprehend because they don't understand basic economics and understanding these kind of financial reports. The baseline of it all is, guess what? They're not concerned with your console warrior BS because of the fact that they're doing the right thing and they're making the money and it's showing. And as Lemon brought it up, this is the lowest financial generation for Microsoft. They're seeing this as, yeah, they're investing billions, but guess what? They're still making more than enough passive income off of it that they don't care how much they're putting into it because of the fact that they're making it back. They're making the kind of money that no one else can understand that is on the lowest end. That's not even taking the cap. Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, it's just like what we said. I'm not going to repeat what both of y'all just said, but I mean, yeah, it's evident. And so, look, I mean, Sony's numbers, was fantastic. It's just the fact that it's just a different dynamic when you see that when people brag about how much Sony is bringing to the table. Well, I should say how much PlayStation is bringing to the table, revenue-wise, for Sony, it's amazing. But Sony isn't, they need that lifeblood from PlayStation. Xbox doesn't. And that's why you see the situation. And this is what I really rather would talk about if we want to talk about numbers. Is what PlayStation is trying to put into what they said that they were going to invest into their games. 138. Let me just make this point. The Witcher 3 was $46 million to make. Mm-hmm. That was what 5-6 years ago. The Last of Us 2 was upwards of $100+ million. Yeah. So I mean, so again, where's all? So if you're putting 138 million into your IPs, into your studios, like what kind of games are you going to be presenting? I mean, The Witcher 3 that was 6 years ago for 46 million. Every game that's considered a triple A is got to be 80 million plus.
You know what, King Mega? You're getting on my nerves. You forgot that they bought Crunchyroll. What's wrong with y'all?
Bro, I know. I'm sorry. They bought Billy too. They got Billy too as well.
Let me say something.
No. If you're gonna bring that up, guess what? The fact that that's still in litigation and they haven't solidified that deal.
On top of it.
Let me say something, man.
That is up in here.
Y'all want to talk numbers, but I haven't heard nobody talk about big boy numbers yet. Look.
Oh my God!
Let's talk about official reports. Let's talk about official reports, right?
Oh yeah.
As of the 27th, right?
Mhm.
We've got the report that Sony, off of the gaming network services division, has generated revenues of about $25 billion, right?
Mhm.
Keep that number in mind. They've only made a profit of $3.2 billion. Okay, keep that in mind also. So you got $25 billion, you got $3.2 billion. That's a lot of goddamn money.
Oh, man,
You know what I mean? For the typical person, that's any. But we talking about giants, right? We talking about gods, right, amongst men. Listen to this. Microsoft is reporting that they made $41.7 billion, right?
Mhm.
And they've made a net income of $15.5 billion. Microsoft is seeing their money.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? They're on the back end. Look,
You're
man,
not
like,
gonna do this to people. You're
as
gonna
a
stop
hustler,
right there.
as a hustler, I know my product is getting to my customer, man. Y'all are buying, y'all are investing.
Yo.
They see the plan. If y'all don't keep serving that hot rock over there, y'all might go out of business.
Yo.
I'm gonna stick to me over here. That's it.
Yo.
Can I
Let me
just
let you know what.
interject
I'm
real
gonna go back
quick?
to grind.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, please go ahead. Go ahead, D.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
I just
To
want to
kind of
spit some facts.
so to kind of piggyback off of that, I'm going to take it a different route. I don't know about revenue and divisions. This is something I need people to realize, and it kind of, for lack of a term, kind of pisses me off when people are like, oh, Sony has moved this many units, Xbox has moved this many units, and it's just like, okay, we're not 6 months in. How many bots and scalpers have these systems? And it's a major problem, because the thing is, the system, if y'all go back a year, the speculation on prices, first of all, I was way off. The fact that both of these next gen systems are $500, which the original PS3 was $600, that's a very low price. So I could be wrong. Y'all know me. I could be wrong. But I feel like Sony was like, all right, we'll make our shit $500, but we have to make our game $70 to kind of make up that back end.
Fantastic point. That's exactly what they did.
You're not going to sell to one person 10, 15 PS5s, but you might sell them 10, 15 games. So let's bump it up $10 or so to get that back. The problem is all these scalpers and bots are picking them up. One UK group was like, yeah, we got 3,500. That's 3,500 units and not one $70 game being sold. So it's actually hurting companies to do, the scalping business, especially with the PS5 and Sony. The only way you can play a PlayStation game is by having a PS5. Yep. Now, that sounds kind of basic, like, obviously, duh, but that's the difference with Xbox, and that's why these numbers don't surprise me. You do not have to have an Xbox to actually pay an Xbox system.
Right.
And the more I think about it, I'm like, damn, if you think about it, it doesn't make sense, but it works, because I have so many friends who have been strictly PlayStation years long, and nothing's wrong with that. It's just the facts. But now they're like, bruh, I got Game Pass on PC. I got Game Pass for my kid. You can be on your phone, Game Pass. Now you can be on your computer at work, Game Pass. You don't have to have a physical system. So, not selling that system for $500, $300, that might hurt. It might pinch a little bit. But if you're paying that $44 every quarter and multiple people are doing that across the board, the numbers are only going to get higher, because buy the system or don't, Xbox is going to get your money regardless. Literally on every system, tablet, work computer. I wouldn't be surprised since they're partnering with Samsung, because Samsung TVs have a browser.
They're gonna have an app.
That's what we've been saying. We've been saying that. You right on it.
So
you also can play Game Pass with a PlayStation controller. Facts.
But he brings it up. That's the key point of that's the solid aspect of Xbox Vision, and that's what these financials are showing, is that Phil has been saying that they want to reach the 2 billion gamers across the world, no matter what platform, no what device you're on. That's what they want, and that's what these numbers are showing. That's why you see a year's time double up on their services and how much their income is growing from that. That's why
Bloody
Game
D
Pass
wasn't finished, Bloody. just saying before you keep going.
Yeah, I don't think she was finished. I don't.
She wasn't finished. Go ahead, Dean.
Yeah,
I'm
go
sorry,
ahead.
Bloody.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's okay. You just pretty much confirm what I was saying in shorter terms. But that, I honestly feel bad for people who are literally just looking for a PS5, because to me, it would be a slap in the face. If I'm looking for a PS5, can't find one. I'm breaking my finger hitting refresh to get me a system. Best Buy, Walmart can't keep up. And then every other week, our sales are great. People are buying our system. Where that though? I ain't got one. Like,
right.
I would be pissed. I would be so pissed. Like, y'all keep boasting these numbers. People are buying them for $1,500, $800. It's just like, that's not
Sony
good
don't
for
see
the.
that money. Sony don't see that money.
No, they don't.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, that's the other thing too.
Brother.
Right. Like, see, I got friends that's asking me, hey, man, if you could come up or know anybody that knows where a PlayStation 5 is, please let me know. I mean, this is like 6 or 7 people, right? Like, and what's going to happen eventually if people aren't going to be, if they can't get a PlayStation 5, they'll go to the next best thing.
That's not
Yeah.
good.
Well, ain't no Xboxes in the store, but Game Pass is always available, brother.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, well, I have a couple of things that I
play
want.
on that browser.
Yeah, well, I had a couple of things that I wanted to say.
Go ahead.
First off, let's not make this, a war of money, because we know who
No,
wears the
it's
pants
not.
in the family. Right. But let's just make this clear. One side has nuclear weapons, and the other one has rocks and pitchforks. Okay, it's not a war of
Man,
money.
you're not gonna say what you said.
That's
and then
disrespectful.
use
That is disrespectful. That is slander to the 100th degree.
Oh my God! Listen,
Bro.
but this is not a war of money. But at the same time, the money
Can't
tells
be,
the
'cause the war would have been over.
over already. Right. This is
Big
not a war
facts.
of money, but at the same time, the money tells the tale. Okay, because you look at Sony, right? Their revenue is so much lower, right? Even in not only just in raw number, but also in proportion. Like, they put in a lot of money and didn't get out a lot of money.
Yep.
Why is that? You got to look at the traditional model of the console industry. It's the razors and razor blades. You sell the consoles at a loss, which was confirmed in the Sony report, right? And you make the money back in the games. So if their revenue is so low, it's because their tax rate is shit. Their tax rate has
like that, though.
It's always right. It's always been like that, and it's catching up with them. But for Microsoft, even for them, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as that, and it doesn't matter anyway. They flipped it. The metric is so different now. Everybody's talking about how many PlayStations are sold, and there was that whole talk of MPD saying something about 13 million that I can't confirm when I go around looking for it anymore. So maybe I'm tripping. But didn't anybody hear something like that in the past week or so, something about MPDs or whatever?
Yeah.
And they were saying 13 million. Yeah, for the PS5, right?
I think the PS5 is like 7 point
7.8.
They don't even know.
But I'm talking about the MPDs.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm talking about the MPDs, right? And there was, but see, it goes to show, even then, even though these numbers, they mean nothing, but even then, it were clearly inaccurate. Because why isn't anybody questioning, wait a minute, if these MPDs were off by this much, because the MPDs only count in America, only for physical copies bought in store, not anything online or anything like that. So those MPD numbers should have been lower by default anyway, just because of that. And that only affects America, not worldwide. Now we have official numbers worldwide from Sony that accounts for everything, and it's only less than 8 million. Right? But none of that even matters anymore, because that's not the metric. Because even if it truly was 13 million, how many Game Pass subscriptions are there? Right? 23 and counting, last count. That's the number that matters. That's the number that matters, not the console sales, and not even the software sales, because the software don't sell like that on PlayStation. They do pretty well on Xbox or Nintendo, but even that's not going to matter anymore because of Game Pass. It's doing it all.
Well, console sales. I mean, not console sales, but game sales do matter, and also
do matter.
They do matter,
but not as much.
And DLC is even more important because
that's where they really make the money.
That's where they really
right.
make
It's
the
not
money.
even the games anymore. It truly isn't even. It's the DLC.
Yeah. So that's the thing to me is where I think the separation between what Xbox and PlayStation is doing is is evident, and that's why I've said a million times, and everybody here on the panel agreed and said the same thing, is that it doesn't matter how many PlayStations are sold this time around. If Xbox hit a certain plateau, hit a certain number with Game Pass, they will get the mind share, they will dominate, because that is just raw, as my boy would say, uncut revenue.
Live, raw,
uncut revenue coming to them every month, and that has nothing to do with the games or anything. That's just perfect.
Country. He said month with an F.
Month.
Okay.
Yes.
Bro, I'm a country boy. Let me do it.
Hey, you called this.
So he said month.
Like a year or two back.
Hold on, let me read the super chat before anybody else jump in here. So Easy says, PS made $25 billion in revenue. They made 3% in profit, while Xbox made 50% more in profit than last quarter. Surely Xbox is catching up, and Sony is scared. Exactly. That was why we brought up the stuff about those documents, those leaked documents that was out, if they were legit or not, because obviously in the writing it was basically saying, look, these games can't be on Game Pass. That was already established. So if they are true, it definitely shows that Sony is scared. And then also for Sony to even bring up that they were going to counteract they were going to have their own service to combat against Game Pass, tells you that they are nervous about this service. So anybody else wants to piggyback off of what D and everybody else said, because y'all have made really great points tonight on this.
I want to piggyback off myself.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Nice.
That's great.
I'm looking at chat and everything, and how changing the narrative and switching things up. And I just want to make this final point when it comes to technology and patterns of behaviors. When it comes to gaming and such, things have kind of been the same for a while. You bought a system, you bought a game, and you were just rocking. Then you had to buy a subscription service with your game and your system, and you were just rocking. Now we have another way of going about gaming with Game Pass, and not just the Game Pass, but this gaming from everywhere. Even though Stadia is, I am still seeing a lot of games where it's like releasing for PS5, Xbox Series, and Stadia. So Stadia still has its hat in the ring, even though it is what it is. And I just want to bring a point to, basically. And I just want to bring a parallel in technology, just to kind of give perspective. I don't know if y'all remember, like 5-6 years. Y'all probably do, because if I remember, y'all remember. I remember when AT&T, Sprint, and Verizon were doing shit the same way.
Oh, yeah.
You got your phone for a penny, Black Friday, whatever the hell, you bought the phone for cheap, and then you did your service. T-Mobile ass came out here and was like, nah, lease your phone. And that way you pay for the phone over time. And everybody was like, what the hell is this?
Narrative.
Ain't nobody doing that shit. And look at us, 2021.
Doing that same thing.
They never were like, hey, here's the phone for a penny. Here's the phone for $50 and you're good. Nah, you're constantly paying for the phone now, and T-Mobile did it first. Everybody thought they were crazy, myself included, because I was in cell phones back then. So sometimes, change is, especially with technology being what it is, it's rough, it is new, it's surprising, it's scary. But at some point, either you got to get in or, get out. So that's just a point as far as innovation kind of taking things over.
Oh,
you can lease everything now.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. You're right. No, before we continue, there was something that Sleepy Goblin asked. PK, you said my gameplay was trash on that game, but I cannot pronounce that damn game. How do you pronounce that game?
Lord. I don't know. I don't know how to play it. You ass bloody.
No, yeah. Oh, you don't know how to pronounce it either. It's a crazy name. It's a game it was on the 360. But the version that it'll roll back up again. But it's on it's on. I got it. That version is on PC. I'll look it up and I'll tell you what the name of it is without giving the big name. It's Abawama something. It's crazy. It's a cool ass game though.
Send it to me and I'll pronounce it.
Okay, yeah, it's a crazy ass name. Say that again. Say it again.
Oni Chimbata?
That's it. That's it right there. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the lady
about the Bikini Samurai.
The Bikini Samurai, yeah, because that's what I was going to say. Yeah, the Bikini Samurai, yeah.
Oni Chimbata.
Yeah, Oni Chimbata. Yeah. Say that. Let me say that. Let's see if I can say it. Oni Chimbata.
Oh, wow. Anybody? I didn't know anybody bought that.
That game is fun.
I mean,
the gameplay is solid.
Young, that was.
I love hack and slash. What's the problem? What's happening? What?
Why don't you get a Subverse?
A what?
Why don't you get Subverse?
What the hell is that?
You can check it out later. I want to see you put some gameplay of that up.
Subverse?
Yes.
Subverse. Okay, I will look it up. Send me
he gonna go to the candy store. That's where he gonna go.
Oh yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Get some Sunburst.
Hey man, he probably tell me to go play some Beach Splash, whatever those games are called, with the girls get squirt with the water guns and stuff. Whatever those games.
You
are.
mean
Oh Lord.
He said when the girls get squirt.
Yeah. They get squirt with water. They squirt the girls with water. Yeah.
Peach Splash.
That's it right there. Yeah.
Mama.
Okay.
We going left. All right, pull it back in. Megan, pull it back in. Go it back in. Okay, so let's finish up the whole point what Dee was talking about. Do anybody else have anything that they want to piggyback off of what she was saying? Because I think she hit it.
Nah, she nailed it.
Yeah, she nailed it.
That's perfect. We can move on from there.
All right. You know what? Damn, bloody. I was just say bloody. Yo, you are just like. I mean, okay. I know the topic that you want to talk about, and you probably won't shut up. So I gotta watch that.
We got a big panel. We got to keep it moving, baby.
You're right, man. You're right. But you know what? I think I'm doing a good job with it tonight. I think I am.
You are. You absolutely are.
I'll keep it moving. And Lemon is definitely, holding it down as well, because Lemon is making sure that he's keeping people time. So no doubt.
Brooklyn.
Keep it time. All right.
Got a lot of people, man. Shoot.
All right, man. Let me go ahead and get to the next one. All right, so here we go. I want to skip this one and try to and maybe move that one in. I kind of want to just get to 5 because I think that to me is something that I'm a little bit more interested in talking about. Okay, so there are rumors that Rise 2 is coming, but Rise 2 will be a multi-plat, and then also. And I made a video talking about this week that...
I saw that video. Great video, by the way.
Thank you so much. Even though the people that said that they saw Mondo, it was the damn Arbiter. But regardless of that, I still was trying to brainstorm with it. But anyway, regardless of that, but there's also rumors that maybe Disney is going to NetherRealm and asking him to make a Marvel game. You know how we love our fighters, Yobi. So I'm going straight to you first on this, brother. What do you think about that? Do you think that there's a possibility that Disney could go and reach out? Because there's a lot of people that's telling me that, look, WB, they deal with DC, they got there's Injustice. Could NetherRealm possibly work on a Marvel game? And then we'll just start with this first, and then we'll do the Rise thing a little bit later. Is it a possibility? And would you want it? Would you get that? Would you buy that game if it was true day one?
Thank you, Yobi. Way to participate. Good job.
Stop it. Rise 2? Man, listen.
Okay.
What he asked you.
Okay.
That is not what he
That's not what I asked. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what he's doing.
I thought you just...
Well, I did. I said I would come back to Rise. I wanted to talk about the Marvel game first, but I just,
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so the Marvel game that's being supposedly made by NetherRealm, right?
Right, yeah. Would you buy day one? Would it be something that... What do you think? Is it possible?
Okay, you asked me a stupid ass question.
Is it possible?
Bro,
is it possible?
Hold up. If it comes to fruition, that's a contender for Fight Night Sunday, baby.
Okay, right.
You know I'm buying that shit day one, bro.
Okay, all right.
And it's gonna be made by supposedly rumors is by NetherRealm, right?
Right.
Man, listen. If it got some, if Ed Boon's all over that, it's a no brainer. It's a no brainer. I'm buying that shit day one regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Do you think it's true? Do you think it will
Do I
happen?
think it's true?
He just said he's buying it. Obviously, he thinks it's true if it is.
No, I gotta ask him if it's true. Okay, all right. Bloody, blood, Jesus Christ. Can the guests talk a little bit? Jesus Christ, man. Bloody dead.
Yobi's not a guest. He's family, but okay.
He is a family, but man. Bloody. Okay, go ahead, man.
It's all good, blood. It's all love. Go ahead, bro.
But he's just like, are you gonna buy it? He's like, you want it? He's like, you think it's true? It's just like, yes, if it's true, you go buy it. Like,
I'm trying to make him talk more. I want people to hear what he gotta say. He's
like, you asked him the same question 3 different times when he answered it. Let's go.
It's no different than you saying the same thing 4 damn times. Go ahead, Bloody. What do you think?
Listen, do I think it's true? Yes. Well, am I gonna buy it day one? Yes. Let's move on. Let's go.
All right. Bloody, your turn. What do you think?
He must have sat on one of those rings.
Man. Oh, man, annoying.
Sorry, buddy.
Go ahead, brother.
Look, if the rumor's true and Ed Boon and the team at NetherRealm are working on it, yes, I think that it'll be a definitely good first day buy because of the fact that they're proven when it comes to fighting games. All right?
Yes.
Next.
Oh, okay.
K, one more thing, K.
Yes.
Bro, honestly, bro, this is gonna be short and sweet. Honestly, I think they should just shut all this shit down and just announce Mortal Kombat versus goddamn Killer Instinct already, because I've been waiting for that motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yes. I think everybody wants that. I think everybody wants that.
I've been waiting. Ed Boon said it, and Phil said it a couple years back. They need to do that ASAP. He said it should be exclusive. Let's go.
Yes.
I agree. No, I totally agree.
Let's
you know
go.
I'm on board for that. Okay. All right. Woo. 108. Just go. I don't even care anymore. 108. Just say whatever. So you can talk about bunnies for all I damn care right now. Just go. Go ahead.
I wish it could happen. I hope the rumor is true. But I would want Disney to let NetherRealm be NetherRealm. We know if this happens, it's going to have a great story. We know they do excellent writing for fighting games. I don't like Injustice, but that story is awesome for both of their games. So that's what I would look forward to, because, man, that would be amazing. Okay, I'm done.
All right. Slayer.
Yo, first off, Bloody, I'm with you. Now, there was the same fucking question 3 times. It was annoying as hell.
I'm trying to ask him. I'm trying to get him to talk more. That's it. I'm trying to get him to
I got you. But don't interrupt me so I can talk more. Let me flow into my jokes, please. You mess it up every time. But anyway, yes, me too. Everybody, for the same reason everybody else said, as proven by Injustice. They already proved they could do it. Let them do it. I hope it's true. And yeah, this is going to be a top contender fighting game. And I want to see Mortal Kombat versus Killer Instinct before I die. Please.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right. BK.
Yes.
You did not just say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, who's next? You're next. What happened to K Vega, dog? He got fatality.
Oh, man. Oh, shit. Okay.
Injected Cena on his own show.
No. Am I still here? Am I here?
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Tonight has been mad professional.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. Here we go. PK, what is your thoughts, brother, about the rumors? Ooh.
To be true, do I want it? Don't really care. And honestly, I'm more interested in the Killer Instinct Mortal Kombat crossover.
Oh, if it ain't Smash, it don't count? Damn.
If that's what you want to hear, yes.
All right,
don't count.
All right, next.
But I play all fighting games, but I'm more interested in the Killer Instinct revival than any other Marvel fighting game. Let me just say this. Where has Marvel games got us so far with Avengers?
It just ain't been on the right man.
Okay. All right. Right. I totally agree. All right. We'll see what Ubisoft is going to do, because they're next up to bat. So, and then, of course, Indiana Jones is going to be coming out. So, I don't know. All right. Okay. D, your thoughts?
To piggyback off of PK, I make it a habit to play like I play DC games, but I watch Marvel movies, so I don't have a huge like expectation for it. I just hope if Disney does partner up with NetherRealm for a fighting game, they don't dumb down the gore. I wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
Like I like Mortal Kombat to see like the gore and stuff. I don't play it, but I watch it. So
Justice didn't have gore, but I think the thing is
You watch
Disney
a lot
wants-
of games. You like a stalker?
Disney.
No, she's just a fan of streams. That's all. It's common now.
Disney,
Which is popular for a reason. Let's not front.
But Disney, like, kind of what limits it. Disney they want a lot of control over what you do, and the thing is, if NetherRealm agrees to that kind of contract, then it's kind of like it is what it is.
yeah,
They couldn't show gore in Injustice. And
They didn't show it in DC versus Mortal Kombat
Okay,
either.
Combat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see? So it'd be a game like that,
You know.
except
Because DC
next
vs.
gen.
Mortal Kombat was a soft launch.
Well, either way, you know, they wouldn't allow making the characters get decapitated and all that. So
I don't
Right,
want
but
that. I just want
Injustice
great
2 worked
story writing.
fine, though. I mean,
and let it be vicious.
It
no,
Injustice
I'm
is vicious. The beatings.
They're- they're
Yeah,
fine with what
they.
they do. I'm just stating that more, Disney don't hire nobody unless you follow their script, their ideas, their, you know what I
my whole
mean?
point in the beginning. You got to let.
So-
I think that
NetherRealm.
they're loosening up their. I think they're loosening up because I mean, of course,
They're never
You don't
doing
think
that.
so?
I'm
You don't
telling
think
you.
they're loosening up?
No.
Right, not that
No.
loose.
But
Yeah, not that
I just did an interview with the vice president of Marvel Entertainment. Okay, I'm telling you, they have 100%. They have 100% insight on every IP, including the MODOK show that's coming out on Hulu. They is not playing with letting anybody after getting burnt to selling all their IPs and trying to get them all back. They are definitely looking at that like a hawk now. I'm just saying.
I mean, they might
it's
be
just
looking
what
at it, but
they
I'm
do.
saying that I think that that they wouldn't have a problem of how Ed Boon would write the story, or the writers that would be working on the game, on the Marvel game, how they would work it because they are so good. They're the best at it. There's no fighter that has the best writing for stories than NetherRealm. Name me one other one. Other than
They
NetherRealm.
have no problem with them doing the work as long as they follow their guidelines. And that's just
He's saying
simple.
that what he's saying, K Mega, is that he don't care what they do with the story. It could be good as long as it's set within the expectations they have. They
Well, I
don't
mean,
care what they do with
DC
it.
is the same way. I mean, look, I listen.
Not necessarily, because Injustice was spawned out of nowhere, and then they spun off a comic book to follow that story for 5 years. That was a whole different synopsis. Besides that, Warner Brothers controls DC, so it was easier for them to be flexible, whatever they wanted
I get
to
that,
do.
but I'm saying in the sense of blood, guts, fatality, stuff like that, it's not in Injustice, and you'll never see that in an Injustice game. But it'll still be dark enough to where you don't even really pay attention to that aspect of it, unless you just, unless you.
I'm not
crave
talking
it.
about blood and guts. I'm just saying, and I'm just stating how they use the characters in general. As far as gore, it don't have to have gore. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying in general, what you do with the characters, you got to follow, whatever guidelines they set forth, whatever that is.
Okay.
And then that's just what it is at the end of the day. I'm not saying they won't do a bad job or they can't do a good job, right? That's not what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. No problem. All right.
Before we move on, we got to give a special shout out to Daniel Mirren X for the super chat. He says, "Great work. I'm looking forward to E3 this June."
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Me
Thank
too.
you so much. Yeah, I am. I'm definitely looking forward to E3. All right. So, Rain,
Amen to that.
what about you, man? What do you think about this? Would you be excited?
I'm excited because I'm a Marvel fan. Other than that, I just that I'm not gonna say I hope, but I got 100% faith in NetherRealm. Every Mortal Kombat, every fighting game that Ed Boon touches is godly. And other than that, that's all I got to say on it, bro. As long as they do my boy Iron Man right, I'm straight.
Cool. All right. All right. I think that was everybody. So here we go. All right. Let's get to this topic, and then because I definitely want to get to the last topic. I think that's that's just a fun topic just to talk about because if y'all read the stuff that chick said, that's going to be really funny. But anyway, let's get to this. All right, so is there a possibility?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. No, we're going to do this topic and then we'll get to that last one. Is there a possibility that Forza Horizon 5, Starfield, Halo will all drop within this year? We
Sorry,
see.
verify.
Well, no, I'm just saying. Okay,
Verify.
we see Jazz post something, yesterday, and he was putting in all these different little emojis or whatever, and it was cool. And I was trying to figure out which one was the Cyclone, but then somebody told me that it was Ubisoft Plus. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I get that. But then there was the dragon with the question mark, and then Bloody and was saying that it was Dragon Quest. And then of course we all knew Halo Infinite.
That's Dragon Quest. That's
and then like Forza Horizon in Mexico. So do you think that these games have a possibility to all drop within this year?
Can I go first?
Yes, please.
I can tell you without telling you how I know.
Whoa. Okay, first off, don't do that. Don't do that. I can tell you without telling you.
I tell you, I'm 100% sure there are 3 Microsoft in-house IPs dropping this year. 3. And you already know of one. One of them was stated to go on PlayStation, but that didn't happen. And it will come out 100% this year.
Starfield thing.
Just saying. And I'm in it at that.
I'm nosy.
Starfield, huh? So Starfield will actually not. Okay.
Hey, you said
Hey,
it.
Mega just keep trying to say it, huh?
Hey, no, he said it.
Okay. All right.
That's your guess?
That's my guess. Okay. So
That's
what
your
about?
guess?
Okay. So what about you, Still Rain? What do you think about this? Is it a possibility? Do you think all 3 of these games will drop?
No, with all the evidence, again, like they say, man, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's too much evidence pointing to what Xbox is trying to do. We already know that most of these games, especially the 3 that we know of, whether it be Forza Motorsport, Forza Horizon, Halo Infinite, and Starfield, have all been pushed back at least by a year because of the pandemic and whatnot. So it only makes sense that if things collectively come together and there's no further issues, that they will release this game this fall, man. Well, by the fall, around that time, man. It's gonna be the perfect stocking stuffer. Go to the store, Target, Best Buy, Walmart, Amazon. Get your significant other or just yourself. Treat yourself nicely. Get you those 3 amazing titles. And just kick back and have yourself a good time. Yes, they coming. Okay, Mega, be ready.
No. All right. Okay. Bloody. What about you, brother? What do you think?
I believe it. Forza Horizon sounds about right because it's been 2 years since
3
Forza
years.
Horizon 2. 3 years. So yeah, it's about that time because they do every 2-3 years between Horizon because Horizon and Motorsport alternate releases every other year. Kind of like how Call of Duty comes out every year, but 1 year it's the Treyarch team, and then the other year is the Infinity Ward team, so they kind of go back and forth. So for Forza, I can see it. Halo, we already know that absolutely is coming. Like, that has to come because of the fact that just because of the optics of it. But I think that the extra year that 343 got with that game so far, I think that they're absolutely at the point where they're going to launch it this year. Starfield, there's been so many back and forth rumors on that, from how long it's been in development, who was in development for, and everything. I think that it might be coming this year. If anything, I think it might come at the tail end, like in December, probably right in January at the beginning of next year. But could it come in at this year? Probably. I think that it's a possibility. If not, it's going to launch early 2022, at least in January time. As for the other things, Ubisoft Plus possibly coming to Game Pass. I think that's absolutely going to happen. We didn't think that EA was going to come to Game Pass, and we've seen how that is and how that's kind of grown for them. As for the Dragon, I don't know. We know that there's talks of Dragon Quest. I don't know if it's going to be Dragon Quest 12. There's a lot of other possibilities that it could be, but I think that for right now, that one's kind of like the mystery outlier for me. But as for the main three, yeah, I would say that they're coming this year. That's pretty much on point.
Okay, all right. Lemetheus from the Zeus.
Y'all just keep forgetting that Forza Motorsport skipped out 2 years.
They did. I
Now
don't see them dropping them.
Motorsport's been longer than 2 years. It's been
right. So
damn near
it might
4
be 3.
years.
Might be.
Yeah.
But remember, they specifically pushed that for the next gen console. I don't think it's going to be Horizon. I think it's going to be Motorsport.
See, I would agree with you, Lemon.
They're overdue.
I would agree with you, but the only reason that I think that it's Horizon is because if you go back to the last Forza Motorsport, the game looks better than Horizon does overall. And you can still use that. You can still use that design, put it in the new Horizon to keep it as a cross-gen title, just to keep, I guess, your typical consumer your base happy until you release your Motorsport specifically for that next gen, because that's not going to be a cross-gen title. Period.
I wouldn't say it looks better than Motorsport because there's not really no competition for either one of them. Graphics.
No, what the only reason I say that is because they could use that, and they can use all the assets from Motorsport, put it from the recent Motorsport, put that in the new Horizon, and it would feel updated. You know what I mean? Because Motorsport doesn't play the same as Horizon does.
No,
and those cars, right? And the cars, I don't know if y'all have ever paid attention to it, but if you go to Horizon 4, then you go to Motorsport, what is it, 7?
Oh yeah, no,
they look completely different.
Yeah.
And if they were able to input that into the new Horizon, you could save face for a while and ride out that wave until your Motorsport, or if that's what they want to end up calling it. You know what I'm saying? Unless they call it Forza World, whatever. You can save face until Mexico. You do that.
They're supposed to be in Mexico.
Right, exactly. And it's just kind of saving face because, you know what I mean? You want to still serve your base, give them a newer game. Yeah, there hasn't been a Forza title. This is the easiest way we can get you something quickly. I don't want to say necessarily easy because we know that Turn 10 puts in the utmost work, so does Playground, into those titles.
And I'm gonna show something else. I'm gonna express something else to y'all. Well, I think that's not the truth. No, Playground's working on something else right now. They don't got time to do no Forza Horizon.
Well, yeah, they're working on.
Y'all forgot about that?
No,
they got different teams though.
No, they got different teams. They said that they had.
So you think they're gonna take their premier title and split it up and give it partial help?
Wrong. They said that they were hiring a second team for a new project.
I guarantee you it ain't. I guarantee it won't be Forza 5.
Okay.
Horizon 5. I guarantee.
Ooh, okay.
We will see Motorsport at E3. I will guarantee, mon cher.
No.
I'm saying that I'm saying their main team is working on their Forza title, and then the second team that they were hiring for was the Fable team that they put together.
You think that's going to get a 50-50 split too, huh?
It's not a 50-50 split. It's growing an entire second team. It's not splitting a team. They hired a brand new team.
You need to pump your brakes and pull up your panties and relax.
No, you're not listening to me. I literally
We've been listening to you for hours.
And I listened to you for hours on end too. You're not the only one who's used to putting up bullshit.
This the thing for me is that I disagree with Lemon on that. I think that they're holding on 7 for GT, and that will come out next year. And I mean not 7, but Motorsport for next year,
whatever they call it.
Yeah, and then
so you think they took that hiatus and they showed us previews from 19 and 20 to not bring it out this year?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No doubt. I mean, if I'll eat the crow if I'm wrong, but I just think that
I hope you take it with barbecue sauce.
No, I'll take it. I'll take it just straight up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But no, I'm just saying because all they have to do really is
the barbecue sauce.
Oh my God! Anyway, so we'll find out. We'll find out which one. But I think that all they got to do is have to use the assets from what they did with 4. Enhance it a little bit, and then they could drop the newer version of Horizon. Because there's so much more with Motorsport. What they're doing is just insane. And don't forget too, though, Turn 10 is probably the best at showing other developers how Xbox techs work. So they've been spread out themselves. They even help with Halo Infinite. So they haven't been just working on just Forza Motorsport. They have been out there separated doing their thing as well. So I think it'd be Horizon more than, because Horizon could give that jolt because it's the more popular of the two series. And I think that bringing in next year Motorsport, and we already have a group of people that was already going to be jumping on and playing Horizon. There will be that fan base like me who loves Motorsport will be right there waiting for it next year. So, but we'll find out if you're right or if I'm right. So, it is what it is. So,
I think my point is, I don't know if it's coming out this year. I think Motorsport is going to hit before the next Forza Horizon. That's what I believe.
Oh yeah, no, and that's fine. That's fine.
That's what I believe.
Okay.
I don't know if it's coming out this year, but I think it will hit first. And Starfield, I see a lot of people talking about it using for their console wars. Nobody don't even know what the game plays or looks like.
Right.
We got to stop.
See it.
We got to listen. We got to see gameplay. Y'all sold on the game.
Yeah, no, I'm not sold on Starfield. I haven't seen anything. I'm not sold on Starfield yet.
I go on Twitter and I just see, it's exclusive. Y'all bragging about something y'all don't even know what it is.
You see, why? You know why they doing that though, right? About it because of the man that a lot of people call God Howard, the man Todd Howard himself. This is his baby this time. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
And that's the only reason people give it. Do I feel that way about it? Nah. But I do feel hyped for the people that feel that way, because it's not just a small little community. Like, he's up there with the same, like with Kojima kind. It's like
I know he is, but bro, you be on Twitter, you see the nuts.
Oh yeah, facts.
Well,
facts.
This is the thing that gets
a bunch of planets.
That's
just the facts, K-Mega. I hope this game come out.
No,
knock us off our seats. I'm a fan of the guy's work, but it's just good. Come on, man.
Well, no, this is the reason they got my ears perked up about Starfield is because Sony wanted it first. That's because Sony wanted to make that as exclusive or have the rights to keep it exclusive for a little while. And that right there gives me pause to say, yo, this game might be special, because Sony is not going to spend money on something that's, Just look at what they do when they do their exclusive content.
You know what? I can go with that, K-Mega, but their credibility is shot too. Godfall.
What they got to do with making.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with. I understand what you're saying, Lemon. I wouldn't take that from you, but I will say this: that this game, this Starfield, is going to be something special. And though I don't know this part, but I 100% believe that the E3 show is going to be closed out with this game.
I can agree with that. I just said what we know so far. Nobody knows nothing, and they just ODing.
But wait a minute.
That's all I'm saying.
Some games are like that. Like, they only showed the title of
Metroid Prime.
Or
no, not just
Beyond.
Metroid Prime. I'm talking about relax. Don't be hating on my Metroid, but
the fact
I'm talking about God of War. No, Metroid.
Nintendo, not me.
I'm talking about God of War. They just showed a freaking title, and everybody just went crazy.
But they did the same thing with Metroid Prime.
You know exactly but you know what you're getting with God of War, because we've already seen.
I don't, because they changed God of War.
They're not changing it again.
They're not going to change.
We don't know. I have no idea.
They're not going to do the dramatic change.
I personally don't like the new God of War. I like the older one better.
Well, I like the older one. I do like the older one better. No doubt about it. But I think the story is more compelling for the newer one. In my opinion.
But we it's the same idea of showing any title and you just don't know what's happening. Some people just excited because they get an idea. This is, the genre is going to touch on something they like.
I get it. I'm still waiting for Splinter Cell. with people in there.
I mean,
and their sources.
I told Ubisoft
like
they're
4 years
fired
into that.
because they haven't brought out a Splinter Cell. I don't want to see nothing until they talk about Splinter Cell. I'm with you on that.
Yep.
But I'm just saying it's the same energy. I'm not talking about no particular game itself. I'm just talking about the community's energy is retarded sometimes.
No, you're right.
And it's just it's retarded. That's all I'm pointing out.
But for me, I think the assessment is, we are guaranteed 3 AAA first party IPs this year. And
couldn't that third? Well, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I just said, couldn't that third game be Flight Simulator? Because that's definitely a AAA game.
No, it's gonna be one of the Forzas.
That's a AAA game too.
It's gonna be one of the Forzas. I can't confirm which one. I don't remember what he said, but it's gonna be one of the Forzas. I don't remember which one though. And we already know Halo Infinite and Starfield. Now, it doesn't mean there's not other games coming out. I just don't know if they're quote unquote going to be at that biggest.
They got something unannounced.
Yeah,
that people don't know that's coming out this year.
Not just one thing.
Right.
They have 10 extra games that you have not even known existed is going to get announced.
That's good. That's going to
be amazing. It's going to be real interesting.
Yeah, I don't even know what they are. But I'm telling you,
if they do that, then that's
you've
never
never seen before.
Yeah, if they do the full. See, this will be the thing right here. If they bring out 4, or I should say 3 major exclusives, and Starfield is one of them, that is absolutely that's going to be the biggest year for Xbox. Because all these games is going to be coming up is going to be AAA. That's going to be the biggest Xbox lineup that we've seen probably since their launch of last gen. That's crazy.
I put it this way: if you thought their show was, what was that biggest show where they had the most revealed console exclusives in one show? This one's going to top that one. This one's going to top that one.
2018 was a special E3, so I do think
this time they're going to top. They're going to top that.
Wow!
Just think about that.
All right. Do anybody else have anything they want to say about this? I
haven't went yet. So
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, back to your original question. It was 4 games you said. So
well, no, I was saying Forza, Starfield, and Halo.
Counted. Flight Simulator has to
that's 3 games.
Yeah, I'm just saying 3
games because I had a whole metaphor.
Well, no, but I did bring up Flight Simulator because that is due to come out this summer.
Okay, so it was 4 games because I had a whole motif about 4 cards.
Mega brought it up.
Okay, it was 4. Okay, it was 4 games. Okay, because I had a whole motif. Okay, so check it out. Oh, you saying 4 games, and we know Halo, a Forza game, either Horizon or Motorsport, right? There's debate about which, right?
Horizon,
Starfield, and Flight Simulator. Listen, 2 of those we know for a fact. 3 is highly likely. Is Microsoft that good to get all 4 aces? Well, God, look at the track record. I feel like,
I'm telling you, it's guaranteed.
Phil Spencer has been real lucky on this casino floor lately. That one time when he rolled craps, he doubled down that next time and he got that back. That was that whole Xbox Live price increase, right? So I feel he's got a hot hand tonight and he's still playing. He's gonna get all 4 cards this year. I think that's very possible. Very possible.
That'd be crazy. On top of Ascension. Maybe Crossfire X.
Yeah, the Ascent, Crossfire X, or not maybe those are all the
and then Bright Memory. I mean, those are 3 titles that we know for sure that's going to be coming out. Well, 4 because we don't know if they're going to be coming out this year or next year. But just think about this for a second. You have Scorn that's out there in the wild. We know about that. We have Bright Memory that's out there in the wild. We have Crossfire X that's out in the wild, and we have the Ascension that we know definitely is going to be coming out this year. And then you say those games are going to be coming on top of Starfield.
You need bigger hard drives.
Bro, Starfield, Horizon, Halo Infinite and
Those are all big games too. That's what's crazy.
and fucking Flight Simulator,
Right.
bro. That's and then let's not forget about what they're gonna drop on Game Pass from third party. So what man, that would be so much overkill that I don't think that any stand could come out and say anything negative about Xbox if they decided to drop all that.
But say something negative. They're still gonna say something negative about it. Don't even
Of course.
Don't even think.
I know they
like,
will, but I'm just saying, but bro, that would be.
Hang on, no, it don't matter.
That would
I was
be
like,
insane.
let's just get the fact in the head that people who hate are gonna hate no matter what. No matter what you show them, just get over it. The people who are excited are the ones who are going to be excited.
Well, no, I know, but nobody will listen to them if that type of lineup is going to be introduced here in the next.
Oh no, there's still going to be stupid people who listen to them. Stupid leads stupid. That's what it is. Just give her the fact. Anyone who has a common sense be like, oh, hey, that's pretty cool. That's a lot of good stuff. We are fans here that could look at what Sony's got and say, oh, that's kind of nice stuff. I like this, this, and this. But the fact is, we're different. The people who hate are the ones who are going to be like, no, that's still trash no matter what. Nothing's going to change your mind.
You know what changes my
mind? You know what it is?
You know what changes my mind with them? That block button.
yeah, and you know what it is? Right. It's like the Biggie song. More money, more problems. Like, and then, where I come from, it's like the more haters you get, that's how you know you're doing well.
You're right, yeah.
That's how you know you're doing well.
Right.
So there's always going to be somebody to talk. Let them talk. They talking about you, and they talking about you for good reason. You got titles.
If those titles come out, let's just say that right here. If all those titles were able to come out, or even just the four titles the four AAA titles that we were just discussing, and then just like two of those smaller titles that will be coming in, that will be better than anything PlayStation offered us, and that's even the great year of the 2017, 2018 year that Sony had. Yeah, like that Sony couldn't even touch that. Like, there's nothing that they can do unless they have a fantastic 2022 dropping. But anyway, does anybody else have to say this? Because I want to definitely talk about this last topic before we get the hell out of here. All right.
Yeah, I just want to just say this right quick before we get to the. For the games, though, I think it's coming out this year. That's in stone. Halo, definitely.
Yes.
We really don't know too much about Starfield, so I think that's gonna come out this year. But that's a wait and see for me because I still don't know shit about the game.
Me too.
Big facts.
Flight Simulator, yes, hopefully.
No, that is
Crossfire
already.
No, guaranteed.
But if Forza Horizon 5, nah, because every other month they still dropping content for Forza Horizon 4. Motorsport, I'll say 2022. Forza Horizon 5, we probably won't see that to 2022 or 2023. But like I said, Motorsport's gonna come first because I think last year they were talking more about Motorsport than Forza Horizon. And like I said, every other month they got new DLC, like new cars coming out for Forza Horizon 4. So Forza Horizon 5, that's in the background. That shit is still getting worked on. We're not gonna see that for a little while, but that's all I gotta say about that.
Okay, I mean, and I could definitely see that. So I mean, you make a great point about that. So I mean, listen, we'll find out.
Because if Forza Horizon 5 was coming around the corner, then Forza Horizon 4 would have went dark. But as you can see, their Twitter is still popping.
Right. That's why I feel that there's going to be 3, not 4. And I think that third game will be Flight Simulator. I think a lot of people overlook Flight Simulator being...
The Flight Simulator is guaranteed. It's coming out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We already know it is.
Yeah, right. But I don't know. But PK said, listen, I can't wait. I mean, this is going to be very interesting to see. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the last topic. I really want to get in here. And D, you're going to be the first person I talk to this, and then Yobi after that. Get your thoughts about this. So, listen. All right, so... Returnal has been getting great reviews. It's been getting great reviews. Well, there was a reviewer that came out and just talked bad about the game. It said that the game was not likable, pretty much. She was not into the game. And of course, on top of that, she
ain't talk bad. She went ham.
She went ham on the game, right? She just basically said that. Hold on. Let me finish. And so,
go ahead.
And on top of that, she, within her point, she made it political by talking about, it's like the Democratic Party and the Republican Party that say that they want to support transgen and they don't, and they're all frauds, pretty much. hell with it. The game sucks. Okay, so that, of course, when you say something bad about a PlayStation game or Xbox game, it goes both ways. Let's not get crazy here, but they attacked her and they went after her. So then she started blocking people. Well, then she also went to this point to say afterwards, you know what? Fuck y'all. I quit. I don't even care about this game shit like that. I'm done. So she quits on Twitter. Obviously, it says to me that this woman has some kind of issues that's going on out in the real world beyond her job, or maybe she just didn't like her job. I got not a lot, but I got some scrutiny back because I said this, and I want you guys to point on this and see if I'm right or wrong on this. But I said, look, if she gave the game higher ratings, but still said what she said about the politics, she wouldn't get as much hate as she did. That's what I said, and I meant that because I just look at it like, you know, there's a lot of gamers that claim that they don't like politics, they don't want to follow into it and all like that. And there would be people that would be like, man, what the hell are you talking about? Why are you even bringing politics into it? Because it was a little mushed up and crazy. But to me, if it was a positive saying that she loved the game, she wouldn't get, you know, like the torches and pitchforks coming after her like they did otherwise. So D, what the hell? I'm pretty sure that you've seen that. What the hell do you think about that? And do you think that I'm wrong on my thought process about the difference if it was, you know, if she gave a positive score?
Well, well, what I will say is that I hadn't really heard of this person until like yesterday or so, last night or so. I just saw some rumblings on the Twitter. You know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
But once I kind of went down the rabbit hole, which I try not to do, I kind of saw what was going on. And this is kind of one of those instances where I just have multiple viewpoints.
Mm-hmm.
But I do agree that if the political aspect wasn't brought up, that was a WTF moment. Like what is this? Like what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's already hard being in the game industry, being, you know, a woman, having your views, because for some people, not all, their view and their perspective of what you're saying is already skewed. That's just what it is. They already have in the back of their mind, what the hell she's talking about. So to throw that monkey wrench in there out of nowhere for no reason, it didn't make any sense to me. And it's one of those things where, you know, you threw something out there and this is kind of the consequence. I don't know how else to really put it, to be honest. But like you said, I feel like if your reaction is, I mean, we block people, you know, just be blocking. But for the follow-up to be like, F this industry, F all y'all, it was just like, okay, there might be other things at play beyond just this review.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me from the outside looking in. There could have been, you know, DMs of death threats. There could have been, you know, some things of that nature that weren't spoken on. So who knows what was going on? But I feel like my second point is I feel like these days that I wish people would kind of like free themselves from the shackles of other people's opinions. Like, I'm so tired of people just being like, oh, this person said this, therefore the game must be great. The game must be bad. You know what I'm saying? It's just like reviews are really personal. And if somebody reviews the game for 60, that's how they found the game to be. Me personally, I don't look at reviewers. People that I'm cool with, people that have similar interests as me, people that I actually engage with, you know, the panel, the ladies of Grown Woman Gaming, that kind of thing. People that I'm constantly interacting with. We have similar likes and dislikes. You know, I'm going to go to the homies and be like, what did y'all think about it? You know, maybe I'll play it myself. But I just think it's kind of unfortunate that this was the outcome for a game that everybody else was saying was great. But, I mean, I don't know. It was just, I feel like it was the pinnacle of just the toxicity that exists in this community and industry. And it's just really unfortunate.
No,
I don't think any of this had to happen.
No, and I totally agree with you on that. And Verge, he says, keep going, K-Mega. Don't get the hell out of here, no, bro. You know what I'm saying? We gotta keep it moving. But I really do appreciate it. I'm glad that you guys are entertained. Thank you guys so much for still sticking around, listening to our crazy asses. But before we get to somebody else, I do want to read a little bit more of what she said, because it got a lot of deeper. Because, of course, every time that I make a point about something, it's just like what you said. There's people that take it and then they make their own shit fest out of it. Like, I'm like, they'll even take certain words and make it like I didn't even say that. Like that's not even how it came out. But regardless, let me read some of this. She said there's a certain cohort of gamer that puts a particular violent and vulgent emphasis on completing and platinuming games. And I promise you, not a single one of them has ever made a woman come. That's one of her words. That's one of her things that she said.
Christ.
She says any good luck. She says, anyways, good luck figuring out how to turn on your PS5, fuckers. Anyway, if the extent of your
Is that from the same chick?
Same chick, yeah, because somebody was sent it to me.
Isn't this the writer that's the transgender?
Yes. Laclina or something like that. I don't know how to say her last name. But
so the person
let me finish this.
Identifies as a woman.
Yes, it's
okay.
transgender. Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, so then she says, anyways, if the extent of your putting in the work as a critic is getting all of the gameplay extended collectibles, you're not a critic. You're a chump who just got taken to town by a AAA game studio. Have fun with that. So, of course, like in her original thing that caused everybody to trip out was saying, no, when she said this, when she was quit, she says, no, you know what? I quit. Fuck this industry. Fuck everyone who let Colin Moriarty become a real voice in it. Fuck all the high-level game dudes who are friends with him. Fuck everyone who still rolls deep with Craig Miller. Fuck it all. Enjoy your AAA shit show. I'm out.
Okay. Comeuppance. Like...
Damn.
Like, I agree with the Colin Moriarty part. I was like, I don't think he ever has really good opinions, but everyone else, like, girls left.
like I'm saying, that's deeper. That's deeper issues. Does any? Okay, PK, go ahead and say what you was going to say. I'm sorry, I was just wanted to
just asking questions for understanding. I didn't.
Yeah, like that to me is one of the weirdest things about this is that, like, look, I know that, you know, when somebody goes on an outburst like that, usually there's some bad shit happening within their life. And listen, I mean, you still got to be a professional at all times. You just got to. I mean, certain people, and especially, you know, and I know a few transgender people, but not like, you know, maybe like Bloody would know or somebody like that. But I understand. It's just like, for the instance, and I don't like to do, and I don't like to do. No, I don't take that as a shot. No, don't. No.
It still was funny.
Yeah, shut up. But no, this is the thing.
Oh my God.
There's one of the shot. But this is the thing. The only thing out of it that I do not like is when, you know, gay people or transgender try to compare their lifestyle to, you know, people of color's race. It's a whole different dynamic. I was born this way, and I understand that there's people that's homosexual and things like that say that they were born that way. I get that. That's cool. That's your business. I don't care. I love everybody. But to me, is that you can conceal that a lot easier than I can my color. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't conceal this shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when people say, when they do the comparisons, it's a little bit different. But again, it's go back to the point of being professional at all times. You might be mad. You might hate the fact that these crazy ass people will jump on you and tell you how they feel about you because of a fucking game. They have no life. You're absolutely right. But you still have to be professional, because at the end of the day, this is going to blackball you from anything. And you were one of the people that got in, that could write about games. And there's so many people of color and people of, you know, the transgender and, you know what I'm saying, of all of that wants to be in your spot. And what's that going to do in an industry that is predominantly more dominated by people by one particular race? they're going to look down on, they're going to judge other people that comes in and say, I don't know. I just hired somebody like that and it just kind of was fucked up. So I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I'm not trying to, take it over, but I just want you guys to give me your thoughts about this whole crazy ass situation.
Mention me more.
Yeah, here's what I want to say. Because at first he was asking each person individually, but I'll just take the time to go yo, it sounds like this person has a lot of issues that they need to deal with in and of themselves, and it was coming out in their writing, and the people picked up on it, and the whole political thing and just the bad takes on the game. Not like subjectively, everybody has their opinions of the game, but when you delve deeper into the review, there were certain aspects about difficulty, about how certain things were difficult, and this is a thing too that's been in the overarching discussion about games journalism. We've had a couple examples where journalists were complaining about the difficulty in which things were way easier for this reason and that reason, and it's really just to show these guys are frauds because they just want the game to be super easy so they can run through it and get the review done. And I feel a lot of that has got to do with this person too. This is a person who didn't really care and found this one thing that really irked them, and they just based the whole review on it, and people picked up on that, and so like and then the whole political thing at the end of the review and all that, it's like it's a whole cluster F of just
it's too much. It was too much.
Yeah, too much. Just and people and got it, and then just to go to show, where there's smoke, there's fire. Look at the aftermath. Look at all the tirade of crazy tweets this person put out. Like, nah, this person has issues, and it was coming out in their work, and it's just emblematic of a lot of other issues. This is things like I've sent you DMs with information about, the situation with Dr. Pizza, and certain management on certain popular web forums, and the whole undercurrent of groups that exist in there. You remember me? I sent you a lot of information about that. I don't know if you looked into it.
Oh no.
But that one situation, but there was that one situation with Dr. Pizza. He used to be on Ars Technica. And these were the groups of people who claim to be supporting, transgender and and gays and other marginalized groups, and people of color, things like that. That had a lot to do with the whole split between NeoGAF and what became Reset Era. And I don't want to bring that whole thing into it, other than to say that it's this whole other thing, and this person seemed to be in with that group of people who feel certain type of way, and I guess using this games industry to do and to further those causes, and this person gets a little loopy on top of all that. So it's not a good look.
No, it's not a good look. And that's the thing to me is that, listen, I mean, Lemon and Slayer, they're in my Facebook. If you read some of the shit that I post on my Facebook, people might think that I have a political podcast, not a game podcast, because I'm heavy on politics. So I'm always shouting out some shit, just pissed off about something. But it's to me, but the thing of it is like you have to differentiate the two. Because even if you don't agree with somebody's political side of whatever, it's still the thing that I think that a lot of problems is, and we see this in gaming, is that people don't have a proper discussion. It's always got to be somebody's got to be a fuck boy, or got to be something like this, or they got to deter from having a true, good, valuable conversation, and give valid points of why you feel like you're right, or why you feel like this person is wrong. It's all turned into hoopla and all this, and so that's to me is what made it so tragic for me, is that, listen, she has every right to not like the game. I mean, that's the whole point. Like, I mean, we see a lot of reviews that talk shit about plenty of Xbox games that I don't even care about what those reviewers say. They don't dictate how I play games or what I want to play. But there's so many people that follow behind it, and they think that it's the gospel. And this person right here had a voice to give a proper professional reasoning of why this game isn't for her. it may not be for other people. She fucked up the cause and made not only herself look bad, but also get the people that she's trying to represent looked at in a bad light as well. That's the thing. That's why, listen, and there was people that were saying, oh, you would never talk about politics. I said, you ain't listening to GRG then. You ain't listening to me, because I will be quick to say something and bring it up about whatever. I keep it respectful and professional, but I'm never afraid to talk about a hot take or a hot topic that might bring up race or religion or something like that. But it's in reason of keeping it respectful, but not going too deep into the rabbit hole, because of course, if you get too deep, then that's when shit gets out of hand. But I just think for her, it's unfortunate, because I could see that. And then there was somebody that asked me that said, oh, well, it wasn't about it was about the politics that she said. It wasn't about her not liking the game. I said, that's bullshit. Then they said, prove it. And I didn't even have to prove it, because just within that same hour, those PlayStation dudes was jumping on Jeff Grubb because he gave he didn't even say he didn't hate the game. He just said that it just, he gave some indication of why he didn't feel that the game should have, that a lot of people might not like the game, and they jumped on him. So again, people have to just start playing games and enjoying them. If you want to read reviews, you can read them, but stop letting that shit be the gospel, man. Anybody else have anything to say before we get the hell out of here about this?
I have one last thing.
Yes, please.
So, to kind of piggyback off what you said, I wasn't aware, to be honest. I knew about the Democrat and Republican thing, the oppression Olympics, all that. I was not aware of the tweet that you just read and all the information, all the insulting. And that kind of got me hot. And the reason why I say that is, and y'all will agree, because what's understood ain't got to be explained. In this world, regardless of industry, you have to give 110%. You have to be with 110% more professionalism. You have to assimilate. You have to go with the flow, do what you can, keep your head down, whatever it is, to get where you want to get to. For example, if I'm like, yo, I want to be able to write for, IGN, GameSpot, whoever the hell. I want to write for whoever because I have a passion for gaming and I want to have my voice heard. The path that I would take to get there and the path that this person has taken would be two separate paths.
Absolutely.
And to sit there and to drop all this, fuck y'all, fuck this, y'all can't judge y'all, whatever the hell, I could never do that and still have work. I guarantee you in a couple of months' time, this person won't have any problem finding something else, getting back in, doing anything gaming adjacent. Not a problem. However, if I did the same thing, or somebody who is similar to me had the same kind of background, whatever the hell, it would be going through hell. It would be going through just going through hoops. The screenshots would exist. All of that, I would be blocked, essentially. I would be blackballed to the most extreme. And it just kind of annoys me how it's just another example of how there's no self-aware, there doesn't have to be any discretion. I feel like a lot of times you have to kind of bite your tongue, do whatever. If you have your own platform, you're good, because people that relate to you and appreciate you are going to gravitate towards you regardless. And like y'all were saying previously, it's like, you're in this position kind of representing, but it could hurt other people down the line. But at the end of the day, she'll be fine. And she's in a position where she can say whatever she wants and do whatever she wants. And not everybody has that opportunity. So while you're being pissy about the Democrats and Republicans towards your group, which I'm not saying you're not, disenfranchised and marginal, I'm not saying that. But while you're being pissy in a game about a chick in space shooting aliens and shit, other people have to deal with that day to day and will not bounce back and will be blackballed and will be criticized and will be doxxed and will be getting death threats. So it's just annoying. You have this position, you screwed it up, and I hope there are consequences. I'm the kind of person where actions, cause and effect. You got consequences. But in the back of my mind, I know it's not going to happen.
Right.
But
no. I mean, listen, D. That's the reason why I have you on. That's why every once in a while I have Mitchie on. You ladies have and that's why I just love having female perspective because it makes so much sense, and especially just the gaming thing and just everything else about what we do here on this podcast. A lot of people already, like when I get messages, it's like, man, and I don't know if you guys, remember we was talking about this when Dealer was on, like, man, you guys sound like RDX, and I'm not saying that we are RDX because we're not. We're our own entity, but the fact of it was,
we sound like GRG, baby.
Yeah, but no, what I'm saying though is that there are people that think when they see a black podcast that it's going to be some other shit. No,
ratchetness,
ratchetness, ignorance, and all that other shit. Right. Yeah, and then also just like that's why I hold like the Iron Lords in high esteem because listen. There are so many people that, and listen, I'm not going knocking anybody who does their own thing and say what they want to say and do what they want to do on their podcast. That's your own platform. But here, we'll keep it professional. We'll do what we need to do, and then we'll bring the content that people ask for, and we will deliver it. We will not be bullshitting and try to throw the N-word every other sentence and all that bullshit. That's not how that's exactly from day one when I signed when I asked Delilah and them to come onto the podcast. It's still to this day. We have to have some kind of form of professionalism, and we will continue to do that. So thank you so much.
We know how to articulate ourselves properly without being ignorant.
Sometimes I can be country. That's okay. I can't say I'm a woman.
System.
Oh yeah, and I'll forget some shit too if I got that lick in my system. But anyway, let's go. Anyway.
Man, when the lick is in the system.
We're about to get the hell out of here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Let's go ahead and get to our guest. Man, as a guest, I was trying to reach out to you, but I got jumped on. You guys was over here throwing me under the bus because I'm over here trying to get my guests to talk more. People said they were annoyed because I kept asking him double the questions, double the fun. But regardless,
you asked me double nothing. You asked me to say one.
You're not a word.
I agree.
Yobi, where can they find you at, brother? Man, thank you so much for coming on here, man. Where can they find you?
Man, listen, it's a pleasure. And plus, I know you try to get me to talk more, but we had a big panel, so I gotta give everyone a time to speak and get their 2 cents in. So it's all about the respect at the end of the day. You feel me?
No doubt.
But other than that, man, y'all can find me at DragonHeartYoby on Twitter, on Instagram, on Twitch, and on Twitter, man. Just Mr. Peace Love Life himself. Look out for my tweets. I posted a video earlier talking mad shit about beer, Mayher or Maha, talking about if you spend time watching gamers on Twitch, then it's a waste of time. Shut the fuck up. Eat a dick. You'll be all right.
Whoa, damn.
Whoa.
Dude pissed me off.
Let's go.
He pissed me off. Like he's a fucking asshole. But you can find me on Twitter. I usually post my peace love like shit. But when I saw that clip, I had to post my 2 cents. I posted a video today.
This ain't the graphic god stuff, man. We don't get that type of love like that, man. You can't just be saying like dirty, filthy language like that. So no, I'm just playing.
That's why I say excuse me, but like when you talk shit about gaming, especially on his platform, when he don't really care much about that. I gotta put my 2 cents. I gotta rep for the gamers.
Let him rep. No, that's one thing that you do. You rep for the gamers. You're one of the kindest people that I've ever met, man. You're a great person, man. If people have not follow DragonHeartYoby, please do, because he's a good heart, good soul, man. We need more people like him in the world. That is no doubt about it. And he better have his ass at Fight Night Sunday, or I'm going to find him and beat his ass. So let's go.
Find shit. I'll be the sucker.
Anyway,
love you, brother.
Love you too, brother. Verd says the green I'm speaking in his 108 voice. Facts. All right. 108 Dragons. Prometheus from the Zeus.
Go to me first.
Right hand.
Man.
Okay.
Lady D first. Let's go. What's wrong with you?
She's the best for last.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You fucked that up. The best for last. Yeah. Go ahead, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can find me on GRG every Friday. You can find me on my YouTube channel, One Away Dragons TV, and you also can find me tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on the Dragons Den. We got a guest tomorrow, my man Centurion, from TXR, and I'll be on there Sunday, also on their show. Yeah, man. Hit that like button, man. I think we need some more likes in here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hit that like button. Yeah, the like button works now. People hit that like button. Hit that like button.
And Yobi, you my guy. Always a pleasure to have you. Great supporter. Great cool dude. Great to game with. Always got the
Always love, brother.
And shout out to the panel, man. We did our thing again. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
And I'm glad y'all had me back. You know what I'm saying? I've been gone for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
yeah, you have been gone for a minute,
but he's back.
He's back until something else happens.
Parties.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I had to make a call. Like, bro, what the fuck is happening here? Like, okay, but I'm glad that we talked about it and everything. That's what brothers do, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm really happy about that, man. I really am. Okay, all right, Bloody. I know you're ready to get the hell out of here. I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know if you're going to be doing some seances, or do you have your rings off?
He said
or,
seance.
Bro, if you see those rings on his fingers, man, like,
put you in your place, goddammit. We don't do that shit. We don't fuck with spirits and we don't fuck with demons, all right? We don't do that.
Okay, but
you know better.
I say,
bro.
Well, hold on, wait a minute. I'm native and black, but regardless of that, what are you going to say?
Exactly. So you don't be fucking with demons. Don't be talking to spirits now.
There's black people that fuck with voodoo.
I love the rings.
There's black people that fuck with voodoo.
Okay, there's a whole different thing when you're talking about
Indians. That peace.
Hey, bro.
White moon, blue sun.
Right, like they see other shit.
There's a difference.
No, they don't see nature when you on that podium.
We respect that.
Bro, when you on that podium, hell no, bro. You see way more than that. Hold on, man. You act like I ain't been in no. Like I ain't never been in here with some of that shit of that TP, bro. Man, come on. You don't see no damn nature.
Becky trying to say start the show over.
Okay, anyway.
Just listen.
Anyway, Bloody, where can they find you at, brother?
And they can find me
on
peyote,
bro. Hell no.
I like. You already know where they can find me. They can find me over on Twitter. They can find me on Instagram. They can find me on Twitch, where I stream 5 times a week. They can also find me on YouTube. I got the Smash podcast coming back soon. I stream every day from Tuesday to Saturday, 7 p.m. all the way to late in the morning. So if they want to check out that, I always do a variety of content. Make sure they do. And also, everyone wants to make sure that they check out all my social medias, because I am doing a giveaway. I am giving away the entire Yakuza collection on Xbox or on Steam, since it's the first time it is on both of those platforms. So if you want a chance to win 0 all the way to 6, you have your chance to do it. So make sure you go check that out as well.
You forgot something.
What's that?
Also, make sure you check out the Dragon's Den podcast every Saturday.
No.
Because my
girl. I'm talking about you gotta announce your 24-hour streams you be drinking.
Oh man.
Okay.
Hey,
that's basically any stream that is.
Megatron,
I always be drinking.
Megatron is in the chat, man, brother. We can't restart the show, bro. You just need to come on to the show sometime, man, brother. You know what I'm saying? I saved a little bit of money, man, so I can pay you to have you on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I hope this $25 in nickels and dimes can help, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got right now, man.
I got that laundromat money.
Yeah, I got that laundromat money. Yeah, right. Anyway, what's up?
Nah, he's got that arcade money. That's all it is.
Okay, I think GRG should be renamed to DRG because she shut it down tonight.
Oh, D, she's amazing. Like I get messages all the time about her. Like that's what. And then sometimes I'm like, I don't want to keep bugging her because there's another project that I'm having her and Mishi on, and I think we got another person, but I need to try to find another lady. But she does so well. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I want people to keep hearing her, and so does Minchie, and I'm like, damn, So But yeah, no. So I just went
I'm
ahead and
calling
told her
now. I'm calling now. D,
Yeah.
first lady of GRG. Let's go.
Woo! Well,
bless your heart.
she can't be the first lady because we already had like two ladies that
was Lady Infamous.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. But this is the second generation. She's the first lady of the first generation. Of the second generation. She's the first lady.
Shout out Lady Infamous.
Yeah.
Yo, D, you know, if you pay me the same way, I could give you a
You only got away with that, DragonHeartYoby, because you
Oh my God! Let's do these shout outs, man. See, I try to be on time. Here we go. We over here going along. Six Slayer, where can we find you at, brother?
Yo, first off, DragonHeartYoby, what's up? Thanks for coming out, bro.
You know always my guy, bro.
Hey, the homie, you always got me laughing when you scream out "Mama" at the right time. You almost made me spill my drink tonight. No, in the show tonight that had me going. But anyway, man, you can find me everywhere. Great games are played. You can find me right here on GRG and Saturday nights on the Dragon's Den podcast. Come check us out tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Idiots see what I said last week. Oh, we don't know if we're going to have Dragon's Den tomorrow. He crazy. Lemon crazy. Won't y'all say what y'all said? I'm here now, sucker.
What is going on? Hey, man, y'all say you say that trash for the Lions Den. I mean, for the Dragons Den. For the Cubs Den. Right here.
What, you talking to me?
He was talking to me.
He was talking to you and your curly haired twin brother over there.
Oh, man. PK. Lord have mercy. PK. Where can they find you as we get the hell out of here, bro? They over here, they're trying to sabotage the show. Where can they find you?
I want to say thanks for coming through. You know, DragonHeartYoby, my main man. You know, we never chopped it up over WrestleMania, but we'll get to that. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, man.
Well, y'all ain't gonna chop it up here. Hurry up.
No, we're not.
Hey, I just want to thank him for coming through. Hey, definitely check my man Still Rain and his partner out tomorrow morning for shows. And then they gonna wake you up, and then on the Dragon's Den we gonna shut it down. So definitely check us all out. We doing the daggone thing.
PK? You sure?
No, you know what? I'm not sure because Crazy Lemon, he
this
might be
man
drinking.
sounds salty over here, bro. What is happening over here?
He might take his old man nap.
He does take old man naps. Because when I talk to him, I gotta take it up. Yeah, he does take the old man nap.
Hey,
he told me last time I talked to him.
But definitely, you guys always come back every week. See me here on GRG. We gonna cut up an active fool, and definitely every Thursday I'll be on 4GQ TV. And you never know, it might pop up, might be some important interviews. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to surprise K Mega because you know Mike Coulter is definitely in the line.
You better, man. If that man comes on there and Clowns and them do not get me on there to hit him up about Locke, there will be blood. There will be savagery. You make sure that you tell Clowns. I will tell Clowns my damn self. Hey.
It ain't got nothing to do. Let me tell you. Yeah. I told you, K Mega. It ain't got nothing to do with Clowns. It's Marvel. Listen, they control the narrative.
You just tell them K Mega 4-5 is coming. They're gonna say, all right, get him on in there. They're gonna say who? They're gonna say who?
Why did it take 20 minutes to do an outro?
Bro, you could have been gone. I got your ass up. Get out of here.
Make sure you come check. You come hang out with us too, man.
Wait. We gotta talk Japanese. Sayonara.
Hold on, we got a super chat. Hold on, the super chat. The friendly neighborhood blue shell. Thank you, sir. He says for the lady and not Mega of GRG. D.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Bless y'all.
All right, so go ahead, finish up. I'm not gonna say anything else.
Oh, and before y'all say anything, check me out on Tuesdays. Retro Renegades at 7:00. Boom, boom.
Facts.
Damn.
Retro Renegades. Wow. Shout out to all those cats over there.
Last Tuesday was crazy.
Oh.
Okay, so Still Rain. Okay, so I guess PK was done. Okay, so Still Rain, man, a superstar that's coming up, man. Hey, man, his partner in crime was on Next Podcast last night. Pog Soul, man, you guys are superstars, man. You guys got so much potential, so much to give to the gaming community, man. I couldn't be more proud of you being on GRG, man. No doubt about it, man. Thank you for accepting the invite, man. But where can they find you at, brother?
Look, first of all, K-Meg, I mean, it's nothing but love for me. Look, obviously you saw something in me when I first came into the community. Just coming to me and asking me, I can never be more grateful to you for just giving me the exposure, being on here with y'all, chopping it up. I always have a solid and excellent time every Friday. It's a moment to look forward to, man. Just being welcome into the GRG kingdom. Y'all sitting within the rain. And look, as these ventures move forward, I'm just looking to give that energy and give y'all that boost that the community needs, because we don't have enough of the soul. And matter of fact, while we speaking of soul, you can catch me tomorrow with my brother Pong Soul on the Living Split Screen Morning Show, where we give it to y'all live, raw and uncut. And just in the way that only we can do it, as we kick off y'all's weekend, and just kick off anything from all over the place. We not platform eccentric. Anything I want to talk about, let's talk about it. Pop in the chat. Look, man, other than that, catch me here every Friday, 8 p.m. GRG, baby. Another excellent night. Much love to everybody. Much love to the chat. And again, that's a good night for me.
I gave Pong the Dame.
Legendary, bro. You and Pong are like a hurricane. Y'all came out of nowhere, bro. Killing it.
I appreciate it, man. That's love.
No doubt about it, man. We will have our first guest on Devin the Gamer coming up here next week. It will be another Dev, so check that out. It will be great.
Holy shit.
So
that's a guarantee.
Yeah, next Tuesday. So it will be the Dev and then the Gamer. So it will be fun. It's our first time that me and Don has ever had a guest. So it definitely won't be the last. And so check us out. We do it on Don's Twitch channel, which is Don_KTR live. So we'll do it there, and then we'll switch it over, and I'll drop it on my channel.
He's lying. It's not called a Devin again. It's a Son and Pappy podcast. Stop.
Oh my gosh, the Son and Pappy. Listen. I'm proud of my son, man. He's making a dope ass game. I seen what my son was doing, man. It was great shit.
You got a big super chat. You got to read that, bro.
Well, I thought I did. Oh, whoa.
Talk your shit.
Holy shit! I ain't never seen.
No, I'm gonna need a cut of that.
What? What? Yo, hold on. What? I ain't never seen that color. Oh man, what the fuck is that?
Let's go.
Yo, Viper, RG Viper X. Brother,
according to K Mega hits.
Yo,
Mega's gonna do Fight Night Sundays, butt naked behind that.
Hey, that might be a K Mega go for. What'd you say?
You're done.
Did you announce your 3K?
No. No. I did not announce my. I
don't 3K subs,
bro.
I don't brag about that shit, man. I don't care about it. I mean, I care about it. Trust me.
That's love,
for that
brother.
shit.
Bro.
We need to get to the super chat.
Man,
I just read it.
Viper, I'm tripping. Supporting
my
K
bad.
Mega's headset
Right.
fun, man. Thank you so much, man. Oh my god, yeah, I know, because all my headsets are fucked up, man. Whoa, bro!
And the friendly neighborhood blue shell adding to the K Mega headset.
Yo, friendly blue shell, y'all guys, man, y'all are fucking amazing. But you know what? Y'all made it dangerous for me, because this is the problem. This is a podcast full of black folk. They might hunt me down and whoop my ass and take what I got.
I'm about to match that red one with 99 cents.
With 99 cents? I ain't never seen no red one. Boy, that's crazy. Brothers, thank you so much, man. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Man, I'm speechless. Let me get the hell out of here. I just want to thank everybody, man. Come and check us out. Fight Night Sundays.
Hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
I ain't go yet.
Oh, D. Oh, where can they find you at? I'm sorry. All right, man. Oh my God. The best for last.
Man hit 3,000 and forgot.
Next time,
I did not forget. I just still talking about it. Yes.
Real quick, everybody. Hey, D, you see how money changed you real quick?
Oh, man.
Wow.
Wow, D, please. Where can they find you at? I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'm an asshole. Where can they find you at, the great D, the first lady of the second generation of GRG, man? Where can they find you? Oh my lord, y'all are messy. Stop it.
Anyway, so you can find me on YouTube, Kwame Haya. I am in the chat. I'm on YouTube with that stream. I'm also on Twitter at Genji's Mom, Discord, and I'm also on Xbox and PlayStation as Kirby Titan. And I just wanted to say that it is a huge honor and extremely humbling to be able to talk my shit with y'all. I really appreciate it.
Aw.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, listen.
Do you mean that for K Mega? Even though he just kind of,
Oh, you're on my shit list for now. Yeah. I see how it is.
Hold up.
Man.
We got one more super chat. The friendly neighborhood blue shift for K Mega taking a last minute L.
He trying to outdo.
Oh my God! Let's get the hell out of here. How the hell I was trying to get the show in 2.5 hours to now it's 30 minutes. It's almost, man. Thank you guys, man.
And listen, K not go say something saying now. I'm popping my collar for him because my boy just reached over 3,000.5 thousand followers. Let's go. Let's go.
Nigga got another super chat.
I got a super chat. Thank you, Runaway Dragons, for that monstrous dollar. Hey, brother. Hey.
Brooklyn. I couldn't send 99 cents. It was 1 cent off for $1. So there you go. I matched that 99.
All right, man.
Let's go.
Oh, man. Thank you guys so much.
Super chat. You know what I mean?
Oh, because I got an L? Okay, thank you. Yes, I'll take the L. Thank you guys so much, man. It's a blessing. I know that I won't be bragging about the whole sub count and stuff like that, but thank you guys. Please keep supporting us because what I want to do eventually,
bro, you work for it.
But this is what I want to do overall. I want to do this not for just me, but for everybody else. Because again,
of course,
the bigger that I get, the more that I can help out the people that's on this panel, and I really, really, really do appreciate it. So thank you guys. God bless y'all, man. Y'all, man, it is a very humbling and wonderful thing. I can't express it enough. But thank you guys. Check us out on Spotify. Check us out on iHeartRadio.
We got one more super chat.
Wow, still right. Thank you, Still Rain. Man. Everybody say, get the hell out of here. All right, I'm just hitting the damn button.
All I know is after that, somebody be watching some split screen tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
I will definitely be there. I will get up on time because normally I'll be a little bit late. But thank you guys, man. Oh man, God bless y'all, man. We are out of here. Good night. Wear your mask, wash your ass, for sure, man, and get that shot. Stop bullshitting. Get the shot. Get the damn shot. I got both of them. I got the Pfizer. Hey, get the shot. Gang. Don't be bullshitting. Don't be. Now, I would be a little skeptical about the Johnson & Johnson. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know. But regardless, I'm just saying, get the shot. Stop being hard-headed. But this is the thing that people need to think about. Stop listening to the shit on the internet because people will get you fucked up just because of clout. Stop doing that. Please protect your family, just be neighborly, just be good and kind to everyone. Don't try to be so selfish to say, I'm better than this, I'm better than that, because I would hate to see somebody get sick off of this shit and then might not make it through. Because like I said, I've seen family that's passed from it, and it's an awful experience, and you can't be near them. It is not a game. So anyway, I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much. I cannot express how much I appreciate you guys so much for helping me out, man. Thank you. I'm out. Peace.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, and 6:30 Pacific.
This was the GRG podcast.